It always, no matter what, yeah. And then you can hear it.
Meter dash, first heat underway.
There goes Karen. He's taking second. The throw, the slide, not in time. He's safe.
Will spike it over and get the point for the Red Hawks.
Strike three. He got him looking.
And that'll be another point for the Red Hawks.
Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined today by Tom Albert, Ben Roberts, and Kevin Murphy here at Zebick Field in South Deerfield in Massachusetts. And we're back here for a very important league matchup for the Frontier Red Hawks as their softball team facing off against their rivals, league rivals now, the Greenfield Green Wave. Both of these teams have been really strong so far this year. So strong, in fact, that both are in the top 5 of their statewide division. And a huge shout out to Greenfield, as a matter of fact. They're in D5, a division lower than Frontier, but they are currently ranked first in Division 5. The rankings just came out a few days ago, the first round of rankings, that is. That will eventually become the seedings for the state tournament as we progress through the season. And we're coming into the tail end of it right now. Just 4 more regular season games for the Red Hawks softball team, just around there for Greenfield, give or take a few. And same for the rest of Frontier's spring sports, Tom. We haven't been able to cover quite as many as we'd like to, but we hit a lot of the really important ones, especially that big Pioneer game yesterday. That was a lot of fun to cover, even though it ended up in a loss for the Red Hawks. Great game from them. And so this ends up being just about the same caliber of importance for softball as yesterday was for Pioneer. This ultimately could decide their chances on whether or not they'll be able to take home a league title this year, or even share the league title potentially with Turners.
Yeah, and something to bring up, Mason, is last year, myself and Ben, we went to the girls' Western Mass first round, and it was a great game that we covered. They actually ended up beating, I think, the number 1 seed.
Really?
It may have been no, I think it was the 2 or 3, but anyways, it was down in South Hadley. It was a great game. I was glad we covered that. And this year, I'm glad we have you, Ben, and Murphy here today. It's a good squad to have, and especially in a very important game like today, like you said, Frontier versus Greenfield, it's always, in my eyes, the most fun games to cover.
Yeah, the rivalry is definitely very interesting between the two schools across all sports, really. It's more intense in certain sports than others, but with a lot of the rivalries and the teams that have shaped up throughout the years, the thing that has really stood out beyond the rivalry is that all of these players do know each other, and some of them even went to elementary school or even middle school together. And so a lot of that connection kind of shows on the field, and just, a couple nods to each other here and there. And there's, despite the rivalry, the signs of friendship that are there in a high school sport like this.
And these guys are friends, Mason. Like you said, I mean, these guys know each other. They may go out to dinner with each other. Like, that's how like close these kids are. I mean, and it's tough. I mean, it's tough going against your friends, but you have to, at the end of the day, you're on one team, they're on the other.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Mason, too, is like, it's going to come down to errors today.
It is. We've seen that happen a lot, and I'm really glad you bring that up, Tom. But quickly, before we see the leadoff hitter for Greenfield, who will be hitting first this afternoon, very sunny afternoon, a little breezy, but we're glad to have our tent out here. The leadoff hitter, Anna Bukala, for the Green Wave, and the catcher, Delaney Fifield, they're collaborating after the game. Delaney's going to be driving Bukala back to Greenfield so that she does not get eliminated from Greenfield Senior Assassin, because today, I think it might be a multi-day thing, there's a purge going on where there's no protection. So
that's hilarious.
The word is that there's going to be some people camping out the softball bus when they come back from their game. So
hilarious.
Yeah.
And, hey, you're also having your own senior session. I don't know when your purge is, but
it's going to be towards the end of the first round, which should be, I think it ends on the 12th.
Wow. Nice.
The action starts here with a strike to Anna Bukala from the ace pitcher for the Red Hawks, Raina Wanzi, who we've said it several times, she's only in 8th grade as the big cut is drawn from Bukala, and now it's an 0-2 count early on in favor of the Red Hawks.
Yeah, Bukala had some words from her coach, Ray Dodge, there, but Mason, what's interesting, too, is this could decide the game right here. Because the reason I say that is because with that pitch away, whoever really gets on first during this game could get the bats going, like we saw that away game that I covered.
And also even we saw that yesterday with Pioneer. It was them that struck first, and they ended up holding that lead. And that is a strike 3 called looking against Bukala. She thought it was a little bit high, but that will be the first out away as Olivia LeMay, the third baseman, will come up to bat in the 2 spot for Greenfield.
Yeah, and the next batter, I mean, Kenzie Pollen, honestly, what I would do if I was Coach Dean, just intentionally walk her. Don't give her a chance at the at-bat, but, I mean, because last time these two teams faced, she hit a home run, so.
Yeah. There's a lot of strength at the bats for both of these teams. So that one's going to be lined out over the glove of Skylar Steele. Center field, Liv Michon fields it, and it's a base hit for Olivia LeMay.
Yeah, left center field there, Mason. And nice hit, nice way to get on. And Kenzie Pollen has a chance to make it a 2-0 lead right now. Wanzi's got to be perfect in this at-bat.
She's been great so far this season. That's going to be lined out sharply and will drop in center right field off the wall. Michon throws it in, and it's going to be overthrown. Pollen trots over to second as Wanzi was covering home plate, and now that's 2 runners on, both in scoring position for the Green Wave.
Yeah, the double there, I mean, Pollen, guess what, Mason? An overthrow, just like we talked about before this game started, error. An error, she would have been kept on first base.
Yep.
Wanzi got to win the next at-bats.
Gloria McDonald, the center fielder at the plate here. She fouls it over the backstop for the first strike in the at-bat.
Yep. And so I think what Wanzi should do, I mean, she's an 8th grader. She was their ace in the hole last year.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a little more experience this year, but every year she'll get better and better. So.
And not just with pitching, with hitting, too. She's been great so far this year. As that one is grounded to Skylar Steele. She will hesitate for too long.
Should have pump faked it once and thrown it over to first.
Yeah.
Would have had they out. So a hit for McDonald. And you don't want Megan Collins at the plate right now. So
the hitting getting active early here for Greenfield. They've got bases loaded with 1 out after it was a good start early on. That's one's going to be
Steele.
grounded. Steele throws home out at the plate.
Nice!
And a double play to end the inning at first. Megan Collins, the first baseman, grounds into a double play. 6-2-3. And that is the top of the first inning.
Mason, what a way to get out of it. Good job by Steele. Throws it home. Heads up play by her, and then Fifield throws it over to first, Mason.
Certainly makes up for her previous play where there was just way too much hesitation on that. But we will go to the bottom of the first inning next time. And this is our chance to see the hitter that you were just talking about, Kenzie Pollen, taken to the pitching circle.
Yep, and she's already a D1 commit. So
really? Where's
she
going?
I think it was like Merrimack.
Wow.
So she committed last year as a junior.
Wow.
So she's really good. And it's funny, Mason. It was before your time at FCAT. It was my junior year. It was me, Alec Murphy. We went out to UMass and covered, or not UMass. It was actually the state semifinal, Frontier versus Greenfield.
Whoa.
And Frontier was the 21st seed up against Greenfield, the 1 seed.
Wow.
And Frontier lost that game 11-1. But it did go seven innings, and it was the pitcher for Greenfield was Kenzie, and the pitcher for Frontier was Taylor.
Wow.
So this game kind of has history, Mason. I mean, these two teams don't face in the playoffs much anymore, with the new seeding and stuff.
Yeah, and they're in different divisions now.
It's kind of sad almost. I mean, these two teams, it's fun when the teams face in the playoffs. I mean, look at the Greenfield boys baseball team last year. Made it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a rivalry that has a lot of history here in this area for us. And on top of that, I mean, it's like I said before, Tom, it's in every sport.
Yes.
Really every sport, whatever.
Except for
hockey. Except for hockey because we co-op with hockey. And with just any sport besides that you can name, people are going to show up just because we're playing against Greenfield.
I mean, look at the fans. We got a fan section all the way down that way. We got a fan section all the way down the other way. We got a student section. This is great.
Yeah.
This is what you want to see out of a softball game. And there was a big crowd yesterday at the Pioneer baseball game. And
yeah, that's what happens with the local rivalries.
Pioneers, Pioneer's a fun game. Turner's, that was fun.
Oh, Turner's is really the only rivalry. Well, I guess there's two rivalries. I'd say girls volleyball and softball are the rivalries that Frontier has with Turner's Falls.
Our cart's getting moved right now. It was in the way.
So back on the field, we have the Red Hawks batting for the first time in the bottom of the first. It's going to be Ashley Taylor in the leadoff spot. On deck, Skylar Steele, and in the hole is Delaney Fifield. All fantastic hitters for the Red Hawks, but leading off is Taylor, who faces a strike on the first pitch. She's batting a .318 right now.
And something I learned from softball, Mason, is, they do have off-speed pitches. It's different than baseball because of the spin and the other arm throw. So
delivery from Pollen, going to be popped up. And the first out is away for Greenfield as it was popped up back to the pitcher. Now will be Skylar Steele.
It's always
taken to the plate.
It's always interesting when the ball is hit to the pitcher because, sometimes, like yesterday we saw it, the pitcher gets caught off guard or they'll try to field it and it'll create an error. But that was just a nice, easy pop-up to Pollen and Steele, who's already got a dirty jersey on.
And that probably could go down as a wild pitch, honestly. Rockets above the head of Skylar Steele, who, I mean, if you're going to intentionally walk anyone on the team, it would be one of these next two batters for the Red Hawks. Skylar Steele batting a .605 is her batting average.
.605?
I'm not kidding.
That is unheard of, Mason. That is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Leads the team in home runs as well. She takes one inside for a called strike.
1-1.
And Fifield, who's on deck.
If Steele gets on, Fifield will be swinging for the fences. So.
Absolutely. She's already got, Fifield has 3 home runs in the season, 8 in the books for Skylar Steele.
Yeah.
And she takes a big cut for strike 2.
What Steele did there, Mason, she actually pull her head. She was a little ahead of the pitch.
Paulin looking for the second out. She delivers high for ball 2, even count.
You won't see Seal chase on that one. So
Very smart batter. Leads the team in home runs, batting average, hits, and RBIs. 2-2 delivery on its way.
Oh.
Big cut, and she goes down swinging. Looked like it rose as it came to the plate. A rising fastball, Tom.
yeah, and it's as a hitter, I will say that is the hardest thing. High pitches, you want those because guess what? They're at eye level.
Yeah. That's why a lot of batters will go for them as well. And so now we'll see the third batter in the roster for the Red Hawks, Delaney Fifield, the catcher, who takes strike 1 down the middle.
Nice pitch. Fifield now seen it, so. And if she gets on, Mason Machon is on deck.
0-1 count early on, 2 outs away for the Red Hawks. That one's going to be fouled into the top of the backstop. Now an 0-2 pitcher's count. These teams, as you said, Tom, already faced so far this year, and Greenfield has become one of just 4 losses for the Red Hawks this season. They lost to them 16-4 was the final score.
And I heard that game against Turner's away, they also lost. So
Yes, so Frontiers lost to Hampshire, Greenfield, Wacona, and Turner's was their most recent loss. But they're coming into this game off a 3-game win streak.
they need to win this one, Mason.
Absolutely, as Fifield keeps herself alive, taking a cut at the pitch. She fouls it into the backstop to no consequence.
And the thing, too, is, Mason, if they do not win this one, it'll be interesting how it affects them in the power rankings. I mean, you're going up against D5, the best D5 team right now.
Yeah.
So, as the wind's picking up.
Pitch delivered and struck her out swinging. So 2 swinging strikeouts for Kenzie Paulin. 3 up, 3 down for the Red Hawks, and they need to get their pitching and defense going in the second inning, Tom, after it was a bit of a rough start for Wanzi and the Red Hawks in the top of the first, where they barely escaped out of a bases-loaded situation with a grounding into a double play. That was from Megan Collins who hit into that.
I mean, good thing, though, Mason, they got out of it. I mean, They made the right play. It was from Skylar Steele. You know, it did load the bases, and it set up the double play, but definitely worrying when you have a hitter. Anyone in Greenfield's order can hit the ball well.
Yeah.
But they do have the bottom of the order coming up.
So when we come back, it will be Bianca Reynolds, Madison LeMay, and Grace Lowry who are up to bat next. That is the top of the second. When we come back from a quick break, you're watching Frontier Community Access Television.
Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. Tom Albert, Mason Smith. And
Wind's picking up here.
Yeah, the wind's definitely picking up. So we'd like to quickly thank Albert Hearing Services, Bard Ceilings, Sugarloaf Air Clips in Deerfield, Terrazas at Greenfield Country Club, Gilmore Farrell Insurance, and Zach's Barbecue.
There we go. Nice
Holiday
job, Tom.
pizza. Holiday pizza.
Holiday pizza. Yeah, we have some here. I was eating some before the game. And we're here in the top of the second. Cuts taken on the first pitch by Bianca Reynolds, the left fielder for Greenfield, and she's behind in the count early, 0-1. 1 strikeout so far after 1 inning of pitching for Raina Wanzi. She delivers a high ball out of the zone to even the count. Still scoreless here early on in the game in South Deerfield, but Greenfield has had the best chance so far after the first inning finished, as that pitch will be outside of the zone for ball 2. Wanzi coming into this game with 59 innings pitched so far, the main pitcher for the Red Hawks. and delivers a called strike to even the count at 2. She's also pitching a 4.39 ERA. For softball, pretty good, especially high school. Softball usually a little more high scoring than baseball is, and she struck her out swinging on a rising pitch at the plate.
That's strikeout number 2 of the day, Mason.
Second inning of the day, and the second time that she's struck out the leadoff hitter in that inning, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, that's good job. You're seeing a good job from Reyna at a very young age, so.
Contact will be made over to Campbell at second, and the easy out at first as the gap was closed.
And honestly, I think it goes to show Coach Gary Dean, he's been doing this, I think, since he said 2018 to me a couple games ago. So he knows what he's doing over there.
Oh, certainly.
He probably told his team, hey, let's get the bats going and then let's go play some good defense.
Defense has been the deal breaker for a lot of games here in the spring for the Red Hawks. Grace Lowry takes a ball on the first pitch, a little low there.
Yep, 1-0.
Wanzi's delivery on the way. Big swing and a miss for strike 1.
I mean, Wanzi's, she knows what she's doing out there, so.
Yeah. Schreiber at third playing a little bit closer to home plate, and another big cut. Foul tip was the motion from the home plate umpire, but it goes down as strike 2 regardless.
Payoff pitch, Mason.
1-2 delivery on its way, and contact made past Campbell and to Michon in center field for a base hit. As there was already 2 outs away, Greenfield stays alive here in the in the top of the second.
Yep, so that's a hit up the middle, gets past Campbell, so. Yeah, honestly, I would have liked to see Campbell dive for that one, but.
Yeah. Now at the bottom of the order, it's Sarah McLeod, who takes strike 1 without flinching.
I mean, you don't want to get back to the top of the order, Mason.
No. Lowry, the runner on first. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and safe.
So close.
Is the call. Very close play. It was a good throw from Fifield.
If she didn't get her hand back in time, she would have been out, Mason.
Yeah, she got her hand back to the bag underneath the tag of Pinardi at first.
Good job by Fifield keeping her honest at first.
Here's a 1-1 delivery. Popped up foul over the backstop for strike 2.
Yeah. And Mason, there's been some close calls with the high pod, but I think the last, when it was against Turner's, that was the closest I've ever seen a ball come out of
that was a little scary. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Oh,
Popped up foul, and it hits the dugout. That probably was the closest we've ever seen. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't want to speak it into existence.
No,
Here
maybe
at
we should stop talking about it.
I mean, here at FCAT, we're
1-2 again.
Whoa.
And it goes underneath her feet. A wild pitch will prompt the base to be taken at second, and the throw down to second from Fifield is spot on as Steele throws it back to the mound.
And what you saw there from Steele is what you're taught as an outfielder to do, or infielder. You block the ball with your body. So Good job from her.
Here's the 2-2 now. That will be another ball. Gets past Fifield, going to third, and no throw this time.
I think it's either 2-2 or 3-2. 2-2s. Twos. Thank you, Ben Roberts. Sarah McLeod.
Now a runner on third for Greenfield, and she struck her out. Another big save for the inning for Reyna Wanzi, and the Red Hawks will go back to the plate to try and take an early lead here, at the very least, get someone on base.
Yeah, Mason, 3 strikeouts from Wanzi, 1 in the first, and 2 in this inning. So good job from her. 4 up, 3 down. That's what you like to see.
1 runner left on base for Greenfield. No runs scored after just 1 hit in the inning. And I'd also like to mention with the strikeouts, Tom, 2 of the 3 so far have been strikeouts looking. So she's a very deceptive pitcher. you can say.
Yeah, and like I said, Mason, I mean, all it takes is once you get to that third and fourth at bat, like we saw yesterday, you have to pull your pitcher because I honestly, Mason, especially with a team this good, you do not want them seeing your pitcher 3 or 4 times because once they do, your best hitters are coming up for the third time and they know how to hit off of Reyna. So we'll see what happens, honestly.
Especially after what you saw from Greenfield in the top of the very first inning, where they got plenty active with their bats. And so, that's kind of just showing what could happen, especially if they are given time to figure out what Wanzi likes to do on the mound. But Wanzi has been known to pitch full games. The Red Hawks do have 3 other pitchers they could turn to. They have Bella Orell, who has not pitched a full game so far. I think she had a save earlier in the season. Ashley Taylor, who's been their secondary pitcher. She would probably be the one to come in. She's manning center field currently, left field for the Red Hawks right now. And Liv Michon is marked down as a pitcher. She's not pitched so far this season, but she's at the plate right now to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Red Hawks, Tom.
Yeah, and if she had to come in a tough jam, say Taylor's resting and Wanzi's rest needs to gather, I'm sure Michon would go in as Murphy's. He's running
back from the outfield.
Yep. So Michon, we've seen her bunt. I wonder if we'll see that here today.
Pretty solid hitter regardless. Pretty fast pitch taken. Wasn't necessarily talking about the speed, but she pitched that right as Michon stepped into the batter's box. It will go down as a ball, though. No motion from the official. Wind up and delivery, and that will be low as well. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, I mean, these two, Michon versus Pollen, this is a battle back to 7th or 8th grade. So,
yeah, that's the other thing about this rivalry. All these players have seen each other for years in a row now, as that will be a strike called right at the numbers against Liv Michon.
Yeah, me and Ben Roberts are holding the tent down right now because we do not. This is a brand new tent.
We don't want to lose this one again.
Yeah, the last softball game we tried to cover me and Mason.
That one's going to be chopped over to third, hits up into her chest, throw to first, not going to be in time, and Michon is safe for a leadoff base hit.
And like we just said, Mason, she's got speed on the bases, and up to bat now is Reyna, so.
As you're talking about speed, she's not really known for her speed on the base path. Kind of her main flaw in as a softball player. Other than that, she's just been outstanding this whole season. She does have 1 stolen base, though, marked down on the stat sheet, so I'll give her credit for that. But she's at the plate now. Pretty solid hitter as Michon will take second, standing up.
Not even sliding, wow. So that's crazy, Mason, because now Reyna, who's a good hitter, and now you have a runner in scoring position. 1-0 is the count.
It's a great job from Michon as well, as that will even up the count at 1 with a called strike to Wanzi, who, despite being a pitcher, usually don't see this, but she's one of the leading hitters for the Red Hawks, has a .425 batting average and a .521 on-base percentage.
That's really good, and that's what you want to see, Mason. Oh, don't swing at that one, Mason.
Big cut at a very high pitch.
She struck out. And
she did strike out. We had the count wrong.
Sorry, my apologies. I took a wild guess out of the ball. So
I thought that I didn't see a motion either, so I believed you. We were distracted by the stolen base from Michon. Now we'll see Pinardi up to bat.
And Pollen, I think what Coach Larry, Coach Dean is going to tell him after this is be like, hey, don't swing at the high stuff.
Yeah, that has been a trend. We've only seen less than 2 innings of hitting for the Red Hawks so far, but we've seen that trend happen a lot already. We saw it a little bit earlier in the season as well, but Pollen's doing a great job of baiting them into it, as that's going to be popped up going into
she can't see it.
Second base, and she stumbles into the catch. It looked like definitely looked like she had lost it in the sun for a moment.
Yep, so pop up to the second baseman there was Pinardi, and
now it's Addie Ely who's up to the plate.
She's one of the, I'll be honest, Mason, one of the best hitters on Frontier's team because of the fact that she can make counts go forever.
That's true. She really battles at the plate. She's going to ground one over to the shortstop, who fields it nicely. Throw is in time for the third out. Michon won't get to cash in her run as she was on second for most of that inning.
No hitters broken, though, Mason. So
Yeah.
Winnie Campbell, Abby Schreiber, and Ashley Taylor, top of the order next inning for the Hawks as we go to the top of the third, Mason, which I'm sure Green Wave will be getting the bats going.
Absolutely. I don't doubt it. I mean, Wanzi was great in the last inning, but they were able to figure it out pretty early on, and now she's adapted. But it's a back-and-forth battle, and it's up to the fielders to really hold the Red Hawks and Wanzi in this game as it remains scoreless after 2 full innings. We'll go to the top of the third when we come back here in South Deerfield. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, still here with Tom Albert here at Zabick Field, Frontier Regional, where it's 0-0 the score. Hit out to left field, and it's going to drop foul.
Well, now Taylor knows where to kind of stand, so
Yeah.
she'll probably take a step or two that way.
That's no surprise from Anna Bucala, who's up to bat right now, back at the top of the order for the Green Wave.
She struck out, so she's looking for her first hit of the night.
A 1 pitch on its way, high to even it at 1. Now Greenfield has they haven't played as many games as the Red Hawks have, but they've got a slightly better percentage, which is why they're above them in the standings, as that's a beautiful pitch to get by Bucala high as her bat drifted around it on a big cut. But they are 8-3 on the season. Their losses are to Turners and Hampshire. They lost to Turners both times that they faced them.
Wow.
So that will be a ball
So we
right
need,
at her ankles.
Mason, we need Frontier to either beat Hampshire, and then we probably, if we win here, standings will be weird. But
Yeah. Well, actually, there's only one more game in league for the Red Hawks after this, and that's their next game, which is at home against Wacona on the 5th.
is that senior night? Correct me, maybe.
It might not be, because all of the rest of their games, they have 3 more games after this, are all home. So that one's going to be lined out to right field. Ely underneath, and she catches the line drive for the first out.
Did not even have to move, Mason. So
No.
good job by Ely.
So Frontier's next games are on the 5th at home against Wacona, on the 8th at home against Franklin Tech, and then on the 9th at home against South Hadley. And so only one of those games that is going to help them get into a good spot in their league standings will be the game against Wacona next.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing right now, Mason, is Taylor needs to take a couple steps to the right, because her last hit, Olivia May's last hit, was into left center field.
1-0 the count. It'll be 2-0 now. It seems like Wanzi having a little trouble to pitch to Olivia LeMay right now. There's 2 LeMays on the team, by the way. Olivia LeMay, who is on third base, and Madison LeMay, the catcher. This one's going to be popped up, foul territory. Fans got to watch out, and it doesn't hit anyone, luckily. That'll be the first strike of the at-bat, though, after contact was made. And the wind continues to pick up here. Seems to be a trend with softball. We don't have that issue as consistently with baseball.
Yeah, baseball, we more have the sun sometimes.
That's true.
Oh.
That one's grounded over. Oh, a nice grab from Schreiber. The throw not in time as it got by Pinardi.
Go out of play.
Goes out of play, and it'll be a ground rule double.
I mean,
That was a great play from Schreiber, though.
Yeah, great job, great stop. I mean, that would have been, honestly, probably a double either way, but good job by Schreiber picking that one up, and just, honestly, a tough throw. And an error.
So we'll see Paulin up to bat now. Her second at bat, she doubled on the first pitch to right center field, and she will take that first pitch this time around for a ball.
Honestly, Wanzi's got to win this battle. I mean, it's senior versus 8th grader.
Yeah.
Goliath versus Ant. I don't know how to say
That one's
it.
going to be popped up and in foul territory, back over our heads by the
mean,
sound of it.
I think by Raina's mom said, Tom, you have to stay at FCAT till 2029. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe we'll see what happens, you know. Only if Mason comes back.
Line drive center field. Michon with the grab, and they won't get her tagging up. But a nice job. 2 big plays in the outfield. 2 big lineouts for the Red Hawks in this 3rd inning as the bats continue to connect for Greenfield. The defense just stepping up, though, Tom.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. I mean, this team's very good. Defensively, this team has improved a lot over the season.
Yeah.
And this is what you want to see as we get closer and closer to the end of this season. So, Gloria McDonald's now the batter.
She takes the first pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, every game we do, Mason, could be our last one we call together. So.
That's true. I mean, with so many softball games happening at home for the regular season, I feel like, you know, we'll be able to see just a few more with us. So that will be a called strike against McDonald. And we recognize a few of these names from Greenfield's girls basketball team, who unfortunately did not fare quite as well as their softball team is.
No, they lost a big player, which was
that one's going to be foul for strike 2. Now 1-2 count.
they lost a big player, Bergeron,
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
I can't think of her first name. Amber Bergeron.
Amber, that's right. I knew it was an A.
And her sister got is still really good.
Taylor, yeah, she had a good season. It's just struggling to find a lack of some kind of support around her, I think.
Oh,
that's a great shot.
Probably.
Center field,
Yeah.
Michon is back, and it's over the wall. Looked like she might have had a chance to get it, but was a little off balance if she was going to make a jump. So it'll be a 2-run home run for Gloria McDonald, and that will break open the scoreboard for Greenfield.
Yeah,
Thankfully, it didn't hit our camera.
Kind of close. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but Michon also had to be wary of where the wall was. And honestly, even if she got to the wall, she would have had to reach like a foot or two out. So
Yeah.
Unfortunate for the Hawks, but hey, 2-0, not something to quite worry about just yet. But
Yeah, they had one hit. They broke the no-hitter last inning, so some progress being made with the bats, but
probably
it's been a bit of an issue for them recently as a check swing is fouled off by Megan Collins, who grounded into a double play in her last at-bat.
I mean, we know Greenfield can hit the ball well, so it's whether we have the at-bats and ability to hit the ball well as well. So
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be popped up. Minardi looking over at it, and out of play. Didn't hit anyone either.
the fan had to duck out of the way on that one.
Yeah.
See if Megan wins this battle.
She's behind in the count, 0-2. Delivery from Wanzi, and she struck her out with a high pitch again. That is her 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Nice little grab from the umpire right there. Grabbed it behind his back. I don't know if you saw that, Tom. That was
No, I didn't.
pretty smooth.
And I know one of the umps. I recognize him from when I played baseball.
Yeah.
So the other one, the guy that just made the play, that haven't seen that quite before. But hey, it's always fun. It's something you can definitely do when you get to like retirement age. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you just got to be careful, Mason. I mean,
if anyone at Frontier has talked to Dave Blanchette, I mean, that he loves roughing. He's always had
it's a tough thing to do. It's probably tougher than what me and you do.
Probably, honestly,
I mean,
especially with just the way that fans have been treating refs, especially in recent years. And there was actually a shortage of refs, especially in the fall season. just because of the level of hate that they were receiving, Tom.
Yeah. Oh God, here's Murphy. I don't even have my
Picture's being
boot on.
taken right here. Tom's got his sock out. He doesn't have his boot on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on injured reserve for the
Yeah.
last 7 weeks. I mean, they called for the super senior to come out of retirement, but I just couldn't do it. No. I mean, you just committed. Well, I mentioned in this too. I mean, we mentioned in the baseball game, you committed to your college, and I'm not going to officially announce my commit yet, but it's coming. And
it's coming soon.
It's coming soon to be, but
By the end of the year?
we'll see.
All right.
We'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well,
But-
Greenfield, no surprise that they're hot right now. They've been very hot recently. They've won the last 5 out of their 6 games. They won their last game against Wacona, but they don't really have a big streak going because they lost against Turners the second time that they faced them just 2 games ago.
We're in a tough league, Mason. We're in
Very
a tough league. And then look at the amount of fans we got today.
Great turnout as Campbell will take ball 1.
Campbell, also one of the dual athletes. I think triathlete. I don't know if she plays a fall sport or not.
He
But
might play field hockey.
maybe
I'll-
soccer.
We didn't cover girls soccer too much as a big cut is taken for strike 1.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't really remember her
I'll talk to Jared after.
field hockey. Yeah.
Not sure. I'm not
I mean,
sure.
of course, you remember her with basketball. Great season that they had.
Unfortunate ending, honestly.
Very unfortunate.
Bourne went on to lose or beat Cohasset and make it to the semifinals. So
Yeah.
we were within 3 or 4 points, Mason.
Yeah, and you know what? I stand by what I said after the game. It was immediately afterwards. I said if Harper Modesto didn't get injured,
yeah.
that game was in the books for us, and it wouldn't have been close. 'Cause that will be far and away
Yeah.
from just about everyone at home plate.
Yeah, I'm stealing you next year for playoffs.
Well, I'll
basketball.
probably be around a little bit for with the winter break, but I mean, I'll be
You won't have a choice.
maybe if the state championships will be out on Long Island, I could go and do it.
I'll call you, Mason. I'll give you
All
a
right.
call.
That one almost hits the top of the shed as it was fouled over the backstop, but not quite.
Campbell's one of those hitters that she can hit the ball well.
Yeah.
If she gets a hold of it, she'll probably get on.
She's been struggling a lot this year, though. Lowest batting average on the team, unfortunately, and 0.65 is currently her batting average, as that one will be very far away again. And she's done a great job at this at-bat, though. We'll give her some credit for that. Worked herself to a full count. To be fair, though, her on-base percentage is .265, so just over a quarter of her at-bats she's gotten on base. So maybe not hitting the ball, but she knows how to work her way to a walk. Now she faces a payoff pitch against Pollen, and she strikes out on another high fastball.
Yep. So what she did there, actually, Mason, she pulled her head. She just got a little too ahead of it, which is unfortunate. It's hard to do against D1 combat. So,
Yeah.
and correct, we're in the bottom of the third, right?
Yes, we are.
Ben Roberts silently nodding his head, as we're glad he's here tonight.
Very
Yep,
glad he's
yep.
back in town.
It was just really me and him last year for the spring sports, and
Yeah.
now it's me, you, and him, me, you, and Murphy. I mean, good to have everyone. You know, Tyler when he comes out. You know,
If he comes out.
I mean, he loves basketball and he loves his fall sports. So
Yeah.
just like you, Mason, and you,
Yeah.
I'm forcing you to like the spring sports.
Well, I'm enjoying them so far.
Exactly.
Yeah. The one, check swing. She did go. Now it's a 1-1 count. Signal from Coach Dean. And Schreiber here at the bottom of the order for the Redhawks steps back into the box. Pollen with the windup and the delivery will be a ball low and inside.
Yeah, I mean the fan section on our side is going all the way out to almost the tennis courts. So
Yeah,
on the other side, almost to the track entrance, one of them. So
just about to the home run fence on both sides.
yeah, payoff pitch.
Big swing and a miss. And that's strike 2 against Schreiber. Count evens out now
And Mason, as you being a senior, we are always looking for commentary.
That's true. Very true.
Just made up a word. So, commentators. Yeah, it's strike 3.
As that will be strike 3, looking this time on Schreiber. That is number 5 by my count. Yep, 5. So 2 down.
Yep.
For Greenfield, and the Red Hawks for the first time will find themselves back to the top of the order. It's Ashley Taylor who, after facing one pitch, sent the second one high back to Pollen for an easy first out.
Have fun with 2, Ashley.
And that one's going to be grounded
Speed.
to short. And the throw is
Oh!
not in time. She's safe. Very close call at the bag, but it was a confident call from the infield umpire.
I think that's the correct call. I mean, I'm not an ump, so I don't know. I mean,
Well,
but
Taylor likes what she sees. I mean, she's swinging early.
that's, hey, like I've been saying all season, the best pitch you're going to see is probably the first pitch. So,
Yeah.
Or if it's a 3-0.
Steele struck out her last plate appearance on a 2-2 count. Pollen facing her for the second time now. Sends it high, and no throw over to first as Madison LeMay looked over at Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor also got a stare down from Kenzie Pollen as well. So
Yeah.
Taylor ready to jump to second base.
It's a 1-0 count. And as it looked like Taylor was going to second, it's fouled into the backstop for a 1-1.
And what we've seen a lot this game from the Hawks bats, they're getting under the ball.
Yes, they are.
And Taylor was probably one of the only ones that got on top of the ball. So
Yeah, she hit that strong grounder over to short. Her at bat just a few pitches ago. Now she waits on first, looking very eager to get over to second. Already one stolen base for the Red Hawks today.
Oh, she's
that
gone.
one will get away from the catcher. Second base is taken.
it's so hard in softball because of not how far back the backstop is to see if you can take third. I probably only ever did it a handful of times.
Yeah.
It was an overthrow. You're already stealing second, and you take third, and then you have to slide into third.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do in softball.
Delivery to Steele, and it's high. Count is 3-1.
Yep, and Kenzie Pollen being very careful of steals. A steal is a 608 batting average, you said?
Yeah, I think it's 605. 605 is her batting average. On base percentage even higher, 673. Here's the delivery, going to be popped up high, and it won't stay in play. Does not hit the high pod. Again, pretty close, maybe just 3 feet in front of it. We're having some scares today.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll throw the camera up top of the football commentary thing like we did.
Yeah.
Who knows? No. Yeah. Put the 4th camera up there.
Big pitch on its way from Pollen. It's a full count, 2 outs down, and another runner in scoring position for the Red Hawks trying to get on the scoreboard here. Here's the windup and the delivery. Check swing.
Uh-oh.
Runner goes on the walk,
Jeez.
and she's safe with no slide. Wow.
So Steele walks, and then she's not happy right now. She wanted to get a hit. But she gets the walk, so she's 0-1 on the night, and that's going to bring up who but Delaney Fifield, who struck out in her last at-bat, Mason. But
Yep.
this is the hitter you want at the plate right now. Base runners on first and third.
You can expect Steele to take second here, a fast base runner. That one's going to be fouled over the backstop, so Steele will have to wait to take second.
And if with 2 outs on deck is Mashawn, waiting is Wanzi.
Sean, at just last inning, got a single that broke the no-hitter for Pollen. Now it's an 0-1 count in her favor after the foul ball. Connection again, and a foul ball over the backstop for the second time in a row. Fifield, again, just getting too far underneath it, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I was doing a hand motion there. I mean, you're just getting underneath the ball. You need to get almost on top of it.
Yeah.
Try to hit into the ground. Try to hit a line drive. That's what you're looking for in baseball, especially against a pitcher this good.
So it's an 0-2 count. 2 outs down, runner in scoring position, and she struck her out. A big chance lost for the Red Hawks. Devastating early on as Fifield is now 0 for 2, struck out both times so far this game.
6 strikeouts for Kenzie there.
Yep, that's number 6.
So 6, and we're only going. We'll go to the top of the 4th with the batters being Mashawn, Wanzi, Penardi, and waiting would be Addy. So, I mean, they can get the bats going. They need to get some runs, Mason.
They can. I mean, we've seen them. They've gotten in scoring position. They just can't bring them home.
I mean, your top of the order did. It was unfortunate that the bottom of the order was up, just because they struck out both times. So it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you know, middle of the order coming up for the Hawks later.
And so when we come back into the top of the 4th here, closing on just about halfway through the game, we will see Bianca Reynolds up to bat first. On deck, Madison LeMay and Grace Lowry in the hole when we come back from the end of inning break. 2-0 the score right now in favor of Greenfield here in Zabick Field. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television into the top of the 4th here in South Deerfield as the Red Hawks trail the Green Wave of Greenfield 2-0, and a ball is delivered to Bianca Reynolds in her second plate appearance this afternoon. She struck out last time on a 2-2 count, went down swinging against Wanzi, who's still in the circle. She sends this one high for ball 2. An early hitter's count here for Greenfield. And Wanzi's not really going to want to give Greenfield any kind of slack or advantage at the plate with that 2-0 lead already and some pretty active bats, as she will hit one of the corners, the outside one it looked like, for strike 1. Trying to work her way back in the count here. There's the delivery right down the middle. Doesn't look like Reynolds wants to swing today. She went down swinging on this same count in her last at-bat just 2 innings ago. Now here's the 2-2 delivery from Wanzi, and she struck her out again. This time looking not happy one bit is Bianca Reynolds as she goes back to the dugout, being the first out of the inning. Now it will be Madison LeMay up at the plate, the catcher, who is 0 for 1 so far today. That'll be a ball dropping out of the zone. She grounded out to second. That was a play where Campbell at second came over just about all the way to first, actually, to close the gap. That's another low pitch for a ball from Wanzi. May stepping back into the plate. Her sister in the previous inning reached base on an error from Penardi as the ball slipped underneath her glove. And now she's way ahead on the count, 3-0. Wanzi back to the stripe, delivers, and walks her. So another leadoff strikeout, and then she walks the next batter up. That'll bring us to Grace Lowry, who singled in her last at-bat in the second inning. Looks like we're having a pinch runner here for LeMay. That's Caden Vienchek.
So we got a strikeout, Mason, and a walk.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
On just 4 pitches
Oh, wow.
from Wanzi,
Nice.
who now draws a big cut for strike 1 from Grace Lowry.
Yeah, I was just writing out our sponsor there, so very silent for a moment.
That will be a called strike,
Nice.
hitting the inside corner that time.
Yeah, nice frame there by Lou Fifield.
Now this at-bat going the other way for Wanzi. 0-2. Chance to strike her out in just 3 pitches. This one's going to be popped up. Going into the outfield. Michon calls it. Looking to catch her on a tag up, and the throw is off target. She was going to be safe anyway. But the out is made on the fly ball grab by Liv Michon in center field, or center right, I should say.
Yeah.
And that will make it 2 away for Greenfield here in the top of the 4th. Batter up at the very bottom of the order, Sarah McLeod, who struck out looking on a 2-2 count her last at bat.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Frontier,
Oh, that's going to be
That's a
sent
blooper.
over, base hit, and the throw into second, not in time.
So what happened there is Michon, she was kind of ready, but she let it drop, which it's interesting because it's either you let it drop or you dive for it. It's
Yeah.
one of the two. It was just a bloop.
It's a risk taken either way, really.
I mean, it's a bloop drop. So, and that brings up top of the order, which is Anna Bacala. So,
Runners taking some leads but don't advance on the first pitch was a ball.
yeah, and Bacala over 2 today, flew out to right field and struck out in the first. So,
Now she'll make some contacts going over our heads.
landed on the pavement.
1-1 the count.
Yeah, you don't want Olivia May to get up this inning with the bases loaded. So,
Definitely not. And that one will be high out of the zone.
2-1, I presume.
2-1. Wanzi steps back on the stripe
Nice.
and gets the called strike to even the count.
2-2. Big pitch incoming, Mason.
She struck out a batter on this same pitch count earlier in the inning for the first out. Looking to close it out on the same pitch count. Here's her delivery. It's going to be in the dirt. A good save by Fifield to hold the runners at their bases.
I'm not sure if she pitched yesterday, but they had a game against Southwick, I believe, which they ended up winning, Mason. So
Yes, they did. Big win, 16-3.
Yep.
That one will be high, and she will walk her on a full count. Bases loaded with 2 outs.
this isn't good, Mason.
Not at all.
Was it back-to-back walks or no?
No, it was It was a walk for the batter that's now on third, and then it was a single after an out was made, and that will be a ball
Yeah.
to
So
Olivia LeMay.
if Raina can't get this out and walks in a run, that's not good because guess who's on deck, Mason?
That's Kenzie Paulin.
It's not who you want at the plate. Get out of this now.
Line drive.
Oh!
And into left field, Ashley Taylor makes the one-handed grab. Saves the inning for the Red Hawks, and they stay alive in this game just about halfway through now, or exactly halfway through. As we go into the middle of the 4th inning, it's 2-0 in favor of Greenfield as the line-out grab was made by Ashley Taylor. And before we go to a break, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Albert Hearing Services, located in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Give them a call at 413-774-0100. That's 413-774-0100. Bard Ceilings, located on High Street in Greenfield. Holiday Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports. That's right here in South Deerfield. We got some of their pizza here with us today, feeding us before the game, so a special thank you to them for that as well. The Sugarloaf Hair Studio, the official hair studio of FCAT. It's blowing everything away for us.
And then Terrazas.
Terrazas at the Greenfield Country Club in Greenfield. Zach's Barbecue in South Deerfield. And Gilmore Farrell?
Yes, I
knew
forgot
you
Gilmore.
forgot one.
Yes,
It looked like there was a little
yeah.
room left, but Gilmore Farrell Insurance, and that's in Greenfield as well.
Yeah, they specialize in personal and commercial insurance. They've been our sponsor
Look
last
out.
year.
Is that under our table now?
No.
No, it skipped away.
That gives me flashbacks to like I swear this game I've been.
I think it's the green jerseys that's doing it for you, especially.
I'm scared because Bicala and Steele, they have rockets of arms, so I can vouch that my arm hurt for a couple days. So thanks, Skylar, if you're watching this back. But
Well, Steele will not be the batter up for the Red Hawks in the leadoff spot here in the bottom of the fourth. The Red Hawks continue to trail. They only have 2 hits so far in the game today.
yeah,
They will have Michon up to bat first. Raina Wanzi is going to be on deck. And then Sophia Pinardi is in the hole. This is the spot that they were at in the second inning, which only lasted 4 batters for them, Tom.
yep. I think Michon, she needs to get things started for the Hawks now. You're midway through the game. You only got so much time left, and after this inning, you have your final 9 at bats, pretty much. I mean, final 9 outs, I should say.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a tough battle, no matter what happens. Kenzie Pollin, you know, tough pitcher to go up against.
Oh, absolutely.
3-time state champion,
Yeah.
or 2-time state champion. I think 3 or 4-time state Western Mass.
Western Mass
champion.
champs.
So sure they'll win it again this year. So
Yeah. Both of these teams just great softball programs, and that just fuels the rivalry as well, Tom.
yeah, I really wonder who's going to pitch for Greenfield next year. So
So that will be a ball low and inside.
yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get you to come back for FCAT. Wants to be a super senior. Capone will come back to be a super senior. You know, just joking, but you know.
That will be a called strike against Michon to even the count.
This is kind of random, but what does end up happening is people like Owen Babb, who they repeat their junior year or 10th, you know, they go into junior year and
Yeah.
repeat their junior year at a different private school. You know,
Yeah,
that
Greenfield Academy.
that's not, you know, that happens. So
It does. That one's going to be fouled into the backstop.
a big one for us was Peter Carey.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was a while ago.
Another one for you that you'd remember, Kaden Manning.
Yep. You showed up to a few of the basketball games in the winter, and well, pitch is on its way here, but there was another commit to NMH that I saw recently. That is going to be high and away to even the count at 2. You might remember his name, basketball star, state champion Braden Thayer
Yeah.
at Pioneer Valley, who it's hilarious actually, because I drive by both schools every day coming here to Frontier, and they are directly across from each other off of the main road, as that is going to be a strikeout swinging for Liv Michon. But I'm not even kidding. You're going down the road, the main road, out of the center of Northfield, and you turn right. If you're going out of it, you turn right, it's Pioneer. If you turn left at the exact same intersection, it's going to lead you over to NMH.
NMH, good school. They steal players from us public schools. And, hey,
Yeah.
most private schools, I don't think they have this kind of thing going on. And if they do, it's not to our level. I mean,
Yeah.
not to toot our own horn, Mason, but, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that we're allowed to, especially here in the spring sports. We did. Actually, this crew of 4 of us right here won an award.
Yes.
I think it was actually given to us this year, as that's going to be a called strike on Raina Wanzi.
Yep, I finally got mine. It's sitting where I can see it every day.
Yeah, it's up in my room right now.
That's something you could take to college.
Oh, definitely.
You know.
Or at least show to colleges, you know?
Be like, hey, look what I won.
Yeah.
I'm smart, yeah.
Big cut taken.
They're behind it, and Pollen's another strikeout.
Yeah.
So, you know, now you're going to have Pinardi up. And what's unfortunate, if they do not get a hit, Mason, the bottom of the order will come up next inning. So it'll be the 6th and 7th when we see the top of the order again.
Yeah. And so this has been, I mean, just a great point for Greenfield. They've been winning the pitching battle all day so far. I mean, Wanzi has been great in the circle, but Pollen has been nearly unstoppable as she pitches another strike. She has back-to-back back-to-back Ks if you go back into the previous inning. And so she's going for 4 in a row right now against Pinardi.
Yep, and I would not be, as the game goes on, Paulin gets, more warm and warm. It's tougher to get a hit off of her, so.
Yeah, she's already got 8 strikeouts so far today. She gets another one here against Pinardi. It'll be her 9th.
Yeah, I mean, Paulin, I think she's already hit 1,000 strikeouts, so.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I think she did last year, so.
0-2 delivery. That's outside the zone for a ball.
The real question is, when will Reina do it?
That's true. I mean, it's only her 8th grade year, but she pitched last year as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, she pitched last year, and every game we've covered, she's gotten at least 10 strikeouts.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And if she hasn't, then it's been close. That one's going to be sent over to left field. Looks like it's in foul territory. Yep. And staying alive in the at-bat is Pinardi.
You know what this reminds me of? Yesterday. The amount of cars that were hit yesterday.
Oh, my God. That was very strange because we had so many close calls earlier in the season. And against Pioneer yesterday, there was like 3 or 4 that were hit. Like every foul ball over there, it hit a car.
Yeah, and we heard a car basically drive into it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
contact made again. Pop up on the infield, and the shortstop Ucala is going to make the grab for the 3rd out. So the 4th strikeout in a row doesn't happen for Kenzie Paulin, but she helps lead her team out of the inning in a 3-up, 3-down scenario for Greenfield. They hold on to their 2-0 lead as the defense is staying pretty strong for the Red Hawks. They've only let up those 2 runs back in the 3rd inning, and now we're going into the top of the 5th in a moment here. So time running out for the Red Hawks to get their bats going, but the defense is there right now, Tom.
Yep. Frontier defensively, whether they win or lose this game, they have good defenses. Some of the players are dancing out there. They're having a good time, Mason. Great weather. Guess what day it is? It's May Day.
It's May Day.
May Day, so great. We're getting closer and closer to nice weather, and I would like to mention May 13th, we're going to need all hands on deck. If you want to come help us for a track meet, please, please let us know.
Yeah.
As Ben Roberts just gave a sigh, because he remembers last year when he had to spend like a lot of time.
For that, Ben?
Yeah, Ben, you're going to be around for that? He says he said he thinks so. Say yes, Ben. Thank you. Anyway, so Ben and Murphy, myself, Mason will all be there. And I even got maybe Miss Record too, so
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. She's not officiating anymore. So
No,
Ben's in town. Ben's gonna be there.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben's gonna have to edit for Millennial. So
Jeez,
again. Anyways, we got Kenzie Paulin up to the plate. So you're welcome for that one, you guys.
Yeah. That's gonna be a blast. Just a few feet.
It's against Greenfield.
It is against Greenfield. There's the rivalry again. We talked about it so much today. It just keeps coming back for more. Kenzie Paulin, the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 5th, as the pitch is high and away for ball 1. She's 1 for 2 so far today. Had that big single to center right on the first pitch of her first at-bat, and then she lined out to center field as that one will be grabbed by Campbell over to Pinardi for an easy first out, making it look casual.
Wanze wins the mano-a-mano battle there.
Yeah.
But guess who's up? Gloria McDonald, who she's 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run. So
yeah. Taking a few practice swings over there, and Wanze hasn't gotten a strikeout in a little while now. A few batters gone from her last strikeout.
Yeah.
That was against Bianca Reynolds, who we might just actually see this inning.
Yep.
So wouldn't be surprised if
unless Megan Collins gets out as well, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
you wouldn't be surprised if Wanze doesn't really want to pitch to McDonald here, but the throw is made from short through the glove of Pinardi again, having a rough day it seems.
This Fifield has to go all the way back to Greenfield's like hit pitch, so don't remember what that's called, but hit pitch it is.
I don't know either.
Off the tee.
It's been a long time since I've played baseball.
It's been a couple.
I never was a hitter.
Really?
I never was. I never was a good hitter. and I was a pitcher. I mean, that's what I mainly did. A check swing, she doesn't go.
Yep. So 2 errors today from either Give It to Steele or Penardi Mason. So
I mean, that one definitely, the last one that we saw against McDonald, that definitely could have gone either way. It was a low throw from Steele, but that one
pop up.
is going to be popped up. Foul territory. Schreiber underneath, and she makes the grab. Second out away for the Red Hawks. But that one, I think, pretty clearly is going to go to Penardi. I mean, it was a throw right at chest level or just about, and her glove was right there when it hit off of the front of her glove and got away from her.
Yeah. And
So,
if I was Coach Dean, honestly, maybe put in Taylor after this inning, Mason.
yeah, I mean, it's been if you're going by the softball policy, she's got 2 strikes on her right now.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe let her get the bottom of the order, but if anyone gets a hit, I'd say go to Taylor.
Yeah. She'll deliver here on a 1-0
Yeah,
count.
like
that one's
that's gone,
rocketed
Mason.
out
That's
to
gone.
right field, and it's the second shot out of here for Greenfield. Another 2-run home run, and just like that, it is 4-0 for the visiting Green Wave as they roll on against the Red Hawks.
Yeah, as their teammates are consoling her. It's not. It's the third at bat or third and fourth at bat now, Mason. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be careful when you leave your pitcher in that long, but if another home run does happen, I'd say pull her
Yeah.
because you know.
It's been a tougher day for her, that's for sure.
Tough
She's
team.
a very tough team. Absolutely, but
But just like that, Mason, I
Yeah.
mean, she, after giving up a home run, she's right back in it. So
yeah, trying to turn it back up for the Red Hawks. It was a fragile situation for them as it hits off of her wrist. The throw to first is in time, and the out is made. So that will end the inning, but not before Bianca Reynolds sends a 2-run shot over the fence to make it 4-0 Greenfield. And it was a fragile situation is what I was saying before for the defense for the Red Hawks, Tom. They were holding their ground for a couple innings, but they give up another 2 runs as the big connection is made off of Wanzi's pitch again. And so it comes back down to the bats, and they just can't seem to get them going.
bottom of the order coming up for the Hawks too,
Yeah.
I believe, Mason. So correct me if I'm wrong. It's I think it's Penardi or Ely up, or L, I should
It's
say.
Ely first, and then we got
Okay.
Campbell and Schreiber
Yeah.
to the bottom 3 of the order.
Yep. So I have a feeling Addie, she'll have a long at bat. Hopefully,
You can
she's
expect that.
she's
yeah.
good at doing that. We saw her again. She basically won the game for the against Turners.
Yeah, in their first matchup.
But let's just quickly thank our sponsors. Once again, more Mason. So Albert Hearing Services, give my mom in her office a call at 413-774-0100, 413-774-0100. They're located in Greenfield, Massachusetts on Riddell Street. And Bard Ceilings, located on High Street in Greenfield, as well as Holiday Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports, located in South Deerfield. Sugarloaf Hair Studio, official hair studio of FCAT. You can give Kim and Rachel a call. Kim has been cutting my hair. She actually gave me a trim today. She's been cutting my hair since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
So, long time. Terrazas at Greenfield Country Club in Greenfield. And Zach's BBQ in South Deerfield, as well as Gilmore Farrell Insurance. They specialize in commercial and personal insurance. They're located in Greenfield as well. So 7 sponsors we got now, Mason. So
Yeah, it's a pretty good list for us here, and we appreciate all the businesses that have helped contribute to the work that we do here for all of the Frontier students and the athletics here, which it's been, I mean, overall, we're coming towards the end of the spring season and just the year in general, Tom, but looking back at it, I mean, it's been a very successful one for Frontier Sports. A lot of upturns, positive seasons with, a lot of things looking up for the next few years, a couple, spots to look out for, but
I'll chirp the football team,
that one's going to be in the dirt. Looked like he went between the legs of Addie Ely. But yeah, there was some speculation towards the end of the season and in the winter about a possible co-op happening. Doesn't seem like a lot of people really want that to happen, but
I think it has to.
a decent amount of seniors leaving. There's going to have to be a big influx of involvement, as that one is going to be fouled off over our heads for the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1 the count now. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised they talked about it, Tom. It was an all right season for them. I think that it was about par for what we expected with the league that they're in, which is pretty tough, to give them some credit.
They've been struggling since 2021, so
yeah,
long time. It's hard when there's so many sports to do now. I mean, there's cross country, there's football, there's baseball, there's soccer. You know, there's so many sports you can do. Field hockey.
Yeah.
You know, there's some Delaney Fifield she was on the football team in middle school.
She was, that's right. And now one of our best field hockey defenders leaving this year. She graduates, going to Mitchell College. I think she's playing softball there, actually. Yeah. As Addie Ely will connect, and it will drop in front of the second baseman, throw it hard over to first. Seemed a little shocked at herself that she threw it that hard, but she gets the out.
Yep, Ely with the speed just couldn't quite get there in time, and it was kind of a bloop there on number 9.
That was Lowry.
Yeah,
standing second base today.
A little tough, but still throws it very hard over to first. So
yeah. Now we'll see Whitney Campbell in the 8th spot for the Red Hawks batting order, and that is high and away against her on the first pitch. Still scoreless is the Red Hawks batting order here. They've gotten only 2 hits so far in the game, and 1 error against them that helped them get on base.
Whitney's got some speed on her. I mean, she
does.
Good, decent OBS.
And a big cut is taken to even the count at 1.
And she still has 1 more year at Frontier, so.
Yes, she does. And that's very hopeful for the girls basketball team as well. That's a team despite a couple seniors that are big that are leaving, I think just 3 of them, but they've got a lot of players, especially young players, that have really been stepping up this year, as a bunt is shown by
Big
Campbell.
3, I'd say, or Big 4 almost, is names that just coming to me now. Whitney, good 3-point shooter. You have Addie Harrington, Skylar Steele, Harper Modesto, and Jazzy Hayes. That's a good starting 5 right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basketball program still under Jared Campbell and Coach Michon. So
yeah, 1-2 pitch on its way from Pollen, and she got her looking for the second out of the bottom of the 5th. Red Hawks starting to run out of time quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got, like I said earlier, really down to now 7 lives in the hands of Abby Schreiber, who her last at bat she struck out looking, and this is only her 2nd time up. So
yeah, that was on a 2-2 count that she struck out. Excuse me. Pollen winds up, delivers, and it's going to be fouled into the backstop for the first strike.
Just under the ball and a little ahead she is, so she fouled that one back. The boys team, they're against East Hampton away tomorrow, I believe. So
yeah, it's been a rough year for East Hampton as well, as we have a stoppage of play. Is there a conversation?
Some sort of balk thing? Yeah, so it's a warning, I guess, on ball and something about ball and glove. I'm not sure.
Yeah, an explanation is being delivered here. So a ball is awarded to Schreiber as he held up 1-1.
Oh.
Big cut is taken for strike 2. I think the only reason the ball was awarded was because there's no runners on. So some penalty in some way had to be attributed. So
I'm not exactly sure.
Here's the delivery. High. Ball 2.
I mean, I'm not sure what the pitch count for Pollen is, but I know Raina's is probably a lot higher.
I was going to say the exact same thing, Tom. I mean, I think the other thing about softball is they can go much farther into games and pitch counts than baseball. It's a little less wear and tear on the arm, and especially the elbow, than baseball is. Here's the delivery, low in between her feet, and now we got ourselves a full count here.
Yep, 3-2 full count. I mean, I always say it, Mason. Base hit, ball 4. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Pitcher, you're looking for the strikeout.
I think she's already in double digits for strikeouts today. I think she's hit 10.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Pollen with the payoff pitch, and she got her swinging. 3 up, 3 down. Once again, in back-to-back innings for Greenfield, they continue to shut out the Red Hawks as we will go into the top of the 6th inning when we come back. It's 4-0 right now.
11 strikeouts. I don't know if you got
11
that.
strikeouts.
11,
okay,
11.
I was right because before she struck her out there, it was 10. So she's in the double digits now. I don't believe that Wanzi is.
No.
But the 4-0 lead being held right now by Greenfield in a very big league game for the Red Hawks. A must-win if they want to be in contention for the title spot, really.
Yeah, and up to bat, Mason is 8-9-1. So Lowry, McLeod, and Bacala are up to bat for the Wave as we go to the top of the 6th inning.
That could be a dangerous situation for the Red Hawks if Greenfield can go on a 2-out rally. So that'll be up next when we come back here at Zabick Field in South Deerfield. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. Coming into the top of the 6th here in South Deerfield as a ball is delivered to Grace Lowry here at just about the bottom of the order. She's in the 8th spot this afternoon for her green wave. She'll take a high ball 2. And this would be an inning where you wouldn't be surprised to see Taylor come into the circle. We might have a little stoppage as the warm-up happens for her.
I'd let her face the bottom 2, and then
The grounder is
dead ball.
foul, hit off of her foot. She's walking it off a little bit.
Yeah, Mason, like I was saying, I'd let her face Lowry and McLeod, not Bacala again, because Bacala, that's the 4th at bat. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll see what Coach Dean does because, I mean, I would honestly, you don't want to leave your ace in for too long, Mason.
Yep. That's going to be fouled back, strike 2.
Especially against a good hitter like Bacala, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Who right now is, well, she's been struggling a little bit today, but she's shown some signs of serious threat if she can get a handle on the ball.
She walked in her last at bat and flew out to right field to Addie, so.
2-2 delivery, grounded sharply over to Steele. Big hop, the throw over to first in time with a casual stretch from Sophia Pinardi for the first out of the inning.
I mean, if she can get through these 2 outs, maybe face Bacala, and that's about it. I wouldn't go much further than that.
I think that if there's 2 outs down and Bacala's up to bat, I'd probably keep her in, see if she can retire the inning. But beyond that, I think that she's been getting pretty high up in the pitch count beyond anything else, Tom.
Yeah, Mason, I mean, we'll see what happens. Just got to be careful, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
we're at the high school level, so especially an 8th grader that's as good as Reina is, you know, you want her around for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely, as long as you can get, as that will hit the umpire, actually, off of a foul tip. Didn't flinch at all. Credit to Blue over there.
Yeah, Fifield just, it was like clicked right off her glove, so.
Not a lot of time for reaction. As the redirection happened just a couple feet in front of her. Less than that, really.
And you can see that Reina, she's getting a little tired out there, so. Especially, it's a sunny day, Mason.
Yeah.
Nice sunny day.
Yeah.
The worst is when it's like June, July, and it's 100
Oh,
degrees.
jeez.
Whoa.
It's a nice shot out to center field. Michon underneath, and she makes the grab with the sun in her eyes. So 2 outs away on the fly out to center. And we're back to the top of the order for Greenfield. Anna Bucala, the shortstop, up, as you said, Tom. She is 0 for 2 so far today. Her third at-bat was her previous one just 2 innings ago where she walked. Now she'll make contact on the first pitch.
Yep.
It's going to be a base hit out to Ely in right field where she makes the stop and throws it in to Campbell.
Yep, and if I'm Coach Dean, if one more hit happens, right, and I mean, she can hit a home run, Olivia May. I mean, we've seen her hit the ball pretty far out there. So, do I want this game 6-0? I mean, this is a situation you're going to have to be wary of. And if they can get that, great. If they can't, I'd say pull Reina.
2 outs down, and a strike called against Olivia LeMay. Third baseman up to bat right now. Bucala, as she was previous time that she's gotten on base, pretty shifty on the bag. Looking to be anxious to steal as a big cut is taken for strike 2. That looks like a changeup. She got way ahead of that.
Yeah, that was not fastball. I can tell you that. That's why I looked at you. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's easier for me to tell based on the batter's reaction than the actual pitch, really.
Yeah, softball, it's a lot harder.
Contact made
that's gonna
out
drop.
to right field. Another base hit is made back-to-back.
Some fans said pretty ugly, but it works. So that's a funny statement.
By the looks of it, it looked like it might be your dad on the Greenfield side of the dugout. He made that comment, and they were smiling back at each other.
Oh, gosh, do you want Kenzie Ballin at bat with 2 runners on, Mason? I don't know.
It's tough. It's a tough situation for Coach Dean. You want to show the confidence that you have in your starting pitcher, but that one's fouled back by Paulin.
To be fair, I mean, Paulin not doing the greatest at bat. She flew out to
started
center
off very dangerous.
Yeah, double, and then
On
flew
the
out
first
to center.
pitch.
Yeah, double, flew out to center field, and then grounded out to second base. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wind up.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Big strike,
yep.
and it's going to land in fair territory. Struggling to grab it for a moment was Taylor. The throw is in, and a run comes home. It's 5-0, and
I'd go to Ashley Taylor now.
Yeah, the
Mason.
eyes turn to Coach Dean in the dugout, see if he's going to do anything. And it looks like he will. He was checking his roster for a moment, and now he's going to come out and have a talk with Reina Wanzi, as that was a great shot from Kenzie Paulin. Another double for her. This time out to left instead of center. 2 RBI as well. It's a great look from the pitcher as well to be hitting that hard, Tom.
And a pinch runner, number 19 for Paulin at second, so she'll go take a seat on the bench to rest her arm.
That's Carson Farrell who's going out to second. And it looks like
Dean's going to keep her
looks,
in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's keeping her in. The outfield in their little huddle out by our center field camera. And Coach Dean talking Reina through the next out.
Here comes the umpire. So I want to see the Frontier go to the 7th inning. I mean, I don't want to see a mercy rule, honestly, Mason. So I think what he's saying to Reina, say, hey, let's get this out. If you can't, I'm gonna come and pull you. You know.
Yeah, I think that the condition he might have put out there was bases loaded. You got 2 runners on second and third already, and the best way that you're going to have bases loaded here if you're Greenfield is a walk. So that's a pretty good sign from Reina that she might need to come out after she's been struggling on and off for the past couple innings, as it's Gloria McDonald up to bat right now who fouls that first pitch off. She had a 2-run home run earlier in the game, so a big threat and a big test for Wanzi late in the game.
2 for 3. She got a hit to shortstop, 2-run home run, and then I think some sort of error to first.
Both. Well,
that's in play.
Popped up, and Reina makes a nice grab just outside the pitching circle, and that's a good way to end the top of the 6th inning if you're the Red Hawks, despite the 1 run given up. Bit of an upturn for your pitcher that might be on her way off of the pitching circle.
I mean, honestly, I'd go to Taylor. You got, kind of. No, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting because you have.
It's a tough call to make.
You have Collins, who's 0 for 3 today, and then you have somebody who's 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run.
Yeah.
So, and then Madison LeMay, I'm not sure what I would do, honestly. I mean, maybe put her out for one more at bat, and then if it goes wrong, pull her. But that's maybe what I would do.
Yeah. I think that what you need to do is after Taylor's, because Ashley Taylor is going to be the first batter up.
Yep.
Excuse me, for the Red Hawks when they come into the bottom of the 6th here. We'll be back at the top of the order, Taylor, Steele, and Fifield. And so if Taylor, let's say she strikes out, she gets out in some way, or she rounds the bases, whenever she's not in play and on the field after her at-bat this inning, you should go and start warming her up. That would be what I would be doing if I was coached.
Yep, I think that's smart. I think, I mean, like you have here last year, previous season recap, 11-9. They're already better than that, Mason.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the season has been fantastic for the Red Hawks. They've exceeded their expectations, I think they can say. Definitely a couple disappointing close losses here and there. But, I mean, they're hoping to do just as well, if not better, in the regional and state tournaments this year.
I think this would be the team to follow. If we were to follow a team, it would be either softball and then, we'll see what happens with baseball. I mean, they're good too. But boys volleyball not having the best of seasons this year.
No, it's been a tough league that they're in right now.
They won 2 Western Mass titles and then they got bumped up a division.
Yeah.
So it's
beyond the bump up. It was just that the sport expanded because there was no boys volleyball teams, and Frontier was one of the first, and that was thanks to Sean McDonald, who really initiated the program. But then, since it started to spread, there was a lot of talent that was found in other schools who have now become really dominant in the area and the state.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, it's not always the easiest thing to do, but you coach for a long time, and eventually.
Foul ball going right into the stands, and that almost hit Matthew.
Yeah, that hit his leg almost.
Looks like it. I think he dodged out of the way.
Matthew.
Looks like he's all right.
I think for the baseball team, he's their GM. So.
Yeah, scorekeeper as well goes over to the scoreboard and keeps it updated for us. Contact made again, early. I should say quick. 0-2 count.
Taylor. Gonna expect the off speed here, but you never know. Could be a fastball.
Yeah. Colin in position without much doubt right now to be pitching a full game. 0-2 delivery, and it's high for the first ball of the at-bat.
She'll probably do the same, almost same move, just a little closer to the zone.
Try and bait her a little bit more.
This is a battle that's been, like I said, back to 7th grade for both these players. So 2 seniors up to facing each other. I mean, like I said, same spot. 2-2 Paulin. This is her 3rd time facing Taylor tonight. So
Taylor 1 for 2 so far. She hasn't hit in 2 innings now. Last time she hit was 3 innings ago. So that last time she had a single over to shortstop where she beat out the throw in a close call at first base. But here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that will be a ball inside.
Great eye there by Ashley Taylor.
Yeah.
And I believe she's going, I can't remember where she committed.
I should see. This is the point of the season where I'm like, well, I should have this written down next to their names, right? That's the kind of stuff I got to know. And she balked again.
Oh, she's not happy.
She's not happy at all. It's probably, I think it was on the same thing, which we didn't see. The first base coach was right in my line of sight, so I didn't catch it. But
hey, Taylor reaches first base in a vital part of the game. So
that's a big break for the Red Hawks. And now the coach for Greenfield, Ray Dodge, is coming out to talk to his pitcher.
Just going to calm her down a bit, saying, hey, don't worry about it. That runner at first does not matter because you're up by 5. So trying to find FRS class of 25. Let's see this.
Yeah, the post on Instagram. And it looked like they were cleaning off the pitcher's stripe. So it looks like it might have been an issue of her stepping off, and they were clearing that up. So Ashley Taylor, who is on first base right now, committed to the University of Hartford for civil engineering and field hockey. Not surprising at all there. She's a great athlete, tri-sport athlete here at Frontier. Plays field hockey, softball, and basketball. But field hockey really is her MO. Steele is up to the plate right now. Very high pitch, pass ball into the backstop. Can't even say a pass ball. That was just a wild pitch.
Yeah, I mean, maybe something's getting to Paulin right now. I'm not sure, Mason. I mean, this is.
I mean, 2 balk calls against her. Something's got to be going on in her head.
Like, I don't know, Mason. I really just do not know. But this is the batter you want at the plate right now.
Oh, absolutely.
6:05.
Leads the team in home runs. Big cut. Gets past her. Steal a lot of heat.
Just a little ahead of it. I mean, try not to crush the ball. Try to hit it in play. That's what I've been telling these kids right now. Like, I mean, Taylor got on from a balk, so
yeah,
use that to your advantage. No outs.
Got to play it smart. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one
That's
is
gone, Mason. Gone.
Left field. Goodbye.
See you later.
2-run shot, and just like that, it's anyone's ball game.
Skylar Steele with a 2-run shot to left field. We were just talking about it, and she's going to be mugged at the plate.
Home run number 9 for Skylar Steele this season, and it is going to bring Frontier back into this ball game.
Steele and the dugout going crazy, and now Fifield's got to get things started with no outs once again, Mason, and we have ourselves a ball game just like you said. Frontier not going down without a fight.
Now Delaney Fifield, who is second on the team in home runs, as Frontier is needing some of those big shots, steps up to the plate.
Fifield just got to put it in play, Mason. She's had it. Tough at bats.
And takes strike 1. Yeah, you're right, Tom. She's 0 for 2 so far today. Both of them strikeouts. One of them swinging, one of them looking.
Yep. Now's the time. This is the third at bat, Mason. This is what I've talked about all year, these 2 sports. Oh, that's gone.
That's a great spot. Center field. Oh, yes.
Jeez Louise, Mason.
Back-to-back homers.
Have yourself a night, Fifield and Steele.
And she's getting some high fives from the infield of Greenfield as well. Oh, what a beauty of a shot.
Ball game, Mason. We got ourselves a comeback in the 6th for the Frontier, Mason. Wow.
This is great.
Woo. And now you got Liv Michon up the bat. Come on, another big hitter for Frontier. She is 1 for 2 with a hit, so we'll see what happens.
Back-to-back home runs. I mean, we rarely even see one home run in any game, softball or baseball, as that one is sent foul and not
over
quite.
The fence.
No, it came back, hit the
it?
top of it. Yeah, I saw it fall back the other way.
It went one of the way. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
1 for 2 so far today is Liv Michon. Struck out her last at-bat, but had a single in her first.
Still no outs, Mason.
She's going to take ball 1.
Every pitch right. We're both very excited. This is a good game.
This is
the game you look forward to all year, right?
I mean, this is the comeback that we saw happen pretty much against Turner's, and that was insane.
I mean, this is what you want. Michon being very careful at every single pitch she gets. Not swinging at the way high stuff, not swinging at the low inside stuff. She's waiting for her pitch.
Yep.
2-1 count, I believe.
2-1 the count. Paulin from the stripe. She winds up, delivers, and got her on strike 2.
A little outside.
Hit the corner, it looked like, yeah.
Tougher pitch to swing at, but Michon 2-2 count. Got to get on here. Keep things rolling for the Hawks.
Struck out on this pitch count her last at-bat, but she won't this time. Works her way to a full count as there are no outs down for the Red Hawks. They've drawn themselves to a 1-run deficit.
Yep, 3-2 full count. Paulin has to lock in right now. I don't know if it's fatigue or what, but this is crazy.
Fatigue. It might have been the after effects of the 2 balk calls, but here's the payoff pitch. It's going to be grounded foul.
So a 6-pitch at bat, and guess what, Mason? We got 4 baseball players looking in right now.
Yeah.
I can't tell. I think
and they're going and talking to Matthew, who's coming over and telling him the story of the game over there.
3-5 is what he just said to him.
Or 2-run game, excuse me. I said 1 before. Meant to.
This is a huge at-bat. Mashawn, can she win it? No outs. Can she get her team going again?
Payoff pitch for the second time. Pops that one up. Going to be foul over our table. Oh, and almost caught by a fan. Went right through his hands. He doesn't know what happened. In disbelief.
Yeah, that's the Paulins there. So he was their coach for many years. Won the state tournament with them, or 2. So he's got to make that play.
Yeah, he has to.
Gotta. 3-2 full count. 7 pitch at bat. 8 incoming.
It's been a good job for Mashawn to stay alive, battling against Pollen, and she'll stay alive again with another foul ball out of play.
9 pitch at bat. Can we see 10, Mason?
I mean, this is what Frontier needs to do on top of just coming back into the game. Score-wise, they need to start wearing down Pollen a little bit more, get her pitch count up higher and higher.
They are right now. I mean, like I said, they're in their 3rd at-bat. This is the at-bat where they got 2 home runs. This is where they got a balk. This is where, I don't know, what CPR, I guess, Ben. 10 pitch at-bat.
10 pitch at-bat.
10 pitch at-bat. Sorry.
Full count pitch once again on its way. Wind up delivery from Pollen, and it's going to be another foul ball.
11.
Looked like it might stay fair for a moment, but took a sharp turn to the right on the first base line, right as it went over the bag.
Yeah, Pollen's dad giving her words of advice. 11 pitch at bat. Pollen not happy with herself right now.
No, not at all. Not the late game showing that she wanted today.
The battle between 2 friends, you could say.
Yeah.
Can Pollen win it? Can Mashawn win it? We'll wait and see.
3-2 pitch. Going to be grounded over to second base.
Oh, error!
Stuck between her legs, and she got an error. Big high five from the first base coach.
Mashawn's face lit up there. Credit to her. The hit, honestly, that was a tough, I mean, maybe the air, I don't know. I mean, that was a tough grounder to Grace Lowry. Lowry not helping her pitcher out. 12 pitch at bat, Mason. Ridiculous. Reina up to bat now.
Big time at bat here. She struck out in both of her at bats so far today, despite having a great season so far. Now she comes into the game with no outs and a runner on first. High pitch for ball 1. Seems to be a little more worried about the runner on first right now, especially.
Tie run at the plate.
I was just going to say that, actually.
Oh, my God. We're in each other's heads right now, Mason.
Madison LeMay behind home plate, keeping an eye out for the runner on first, Mashawn.
I'm standing up, Mason.
I'm standing up.
I got to stand up. Sitting down too long.
0-1 pitch, going to be 2-0. Mashawn not being too aggressive on the base path, just taking enough of a lead to put some slight pressure on Greenfield and Kenzie Pollen as she's taking her sweet time around that pitching circle.
Yeah, I mean, these pitches are getting away from her now, and it's tough. Yeah.
That's going to be 3-0. We might see a mound visit in a moment here, Tom.
I mean, yeah, Pollen is not, she's in her head or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on, Mason, but.
Yeah, I mean, you give up back-to-back home runs and let the team back into a 5-0 ball game, you're going to be in your head. Here's the 3-0.
Reina
and
walks.
She walks her on 4 pitches.
Wow, Mason. Wow, we have ourselves the tie run in play now at first base. And I wonder if Reina's going to get a pinch runner, so that's what I was going to mention, but.
Yep.
It's going to be 11.
Pinch runner here going to be Riley Tyne, 7th grader.
7th grader.
7th grader. The
7th grader.
7th graders
wow.
On reserve for the Red Hawks coming up from, I believe it's their JV team, but it also might be middle school. Pretty deep softball program that Frontier has here, especially for a school of this size in this area.
Goose egg outs, Mason. And
none.
Dean just talked to Pinardi, a senior for the Red Hawks. Can Pinardi hit the ball into play like she has been?
That will be a strike called against her on the first pitch. Pressure seeming to motivate Kenzie Pollen a little bit to bring her team towards getting out of this inning. No outs, like you said, Tom. An 0-1 count right now. Runners on first and second for the Red Hawks. those two runners could tie the ball game.
Oh.
It's going to be grounded and went foul on the third base side. Now an 0-2 count against Pinardi.
Know what I would almost do in this situation? Whether my coach tells me or not, I might lay down a bunt.
I was thinking that might have been the conversation between Dean and Pinardi, but I guess not. We might. You might be right, though, Tom. You never know.
No outs. That puts the tie run at second base, but I mean, you almost want your batter to just hit the ball like that.
And it's going to be a sharp ground ball.
Yes,
Gets
get
past
through!
the shortstop.
Oh,
Machaan's coming
Machaan!
home, held at second and
Oh.
a throw in.
Pinardi, Mason.
Big time
Coming in
single
clutch.
from Sophia Pinardi.
Pinardi, in a clutch situation, your senior gets it done, and we have ourselves a one-run game, and they're at second base, and here comes Radha just to calm down Pollen.
Not surprised about that at all. Big time single over to left field, right through the 6-hole as well. And now, still with no outs, there's 2 runners on. 4 runs have been scored in 1 inning for the Red Hawks. They are now within 1 run of tying Greenfield and coming back from being 5-0 in this game.
This is ridiculous. I mean, Frontier, they've been down this entire game.
A
and
1-inning comeback is
one
what
inning.
we're talking about right now.
All they need to do now, get that tie on the board and get the go-ahead. Because you do not want to go to the 7th inning down a run, or because then that you got the bottom of the order coming up right now. Addie Ely, or Addie, how do you say your last name?
Ely. You're right.
Addie Ely, up to bat. That's a batter in the Turner's game in the 7th inning, 2 outs. That's what you had at the plate.
Yeah.
And she made that at bat. Steele and Fifield, they scored on the winning run. So interesting to see. And Coach Dean telling the 7th grader now, hey, listen, as soon as the ball's in motion, you got to be in the air, you're freezing. On the ground, you're moving.
Addie Ely with a .311 on-base percentage. Some good odds for the Red Hawks to continue this inning. And she's going to ground it back to the pitcher, who throws it home. No one was coming home.
Oh, my gosh.
Colin.
What?
Oh, no.
No, she didn't know where they were. Wow. Wow. A hit for Ely.
I mean, that really is an error, honestly.
I mean, you can't give. I don't think that isn't. I'm not sure. I don't know the rules. Plays at the plate now, but
base is loaded. There's no outs. It's Whitney Campbell up.
shows bunt. Suicide squeeze. Lays it
and
down.
Lays it down.
Oh
Here
no!
comes Lauren home, and the out is made.
The squeeze. I had a feeling it was going to happen, but I didn't want to say nothing. So, squeeze, sacrifice. But now 1 out. Schreiber's up, and who started this inning off with a balk. Will have an at bat this inning unless there's a double play right now, Mason. To Ashley Taylor.
That's only the first out of the whole inning.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we went through the whole order now. I mean, Schreiber, the 9-hole. Can she get it going? Base is still loaded, Mason.
Here's the pitch, and she doesn't take a hack at it. Danced away as it was low and inside for ball 1.
Pinardi, the runner at third. She's got a wheel and deal wherever the ball's hit. And no matter what, Taylor's going to be hopefully up unless it's 2 out double play.
Yeah. And that's going to even the count at 1. The called strike against Abby Schreiber.
I don't think there'll be no squeeze with 1 out. I mean, that's questionable. That's a call that you can do, but it's a hard call to make.
It's tough, especially with 1 out down now. I like the guts from Coach Dean on that last call. 2-1 the count now as the pitch went high above the strike zone. And Schreiber has been, despite being in the 9 spot, Tom, she's been a solid hitter so far this year. 259 average.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's been a solid closeout at the bottom of the order. Except for this game, she struck out twice.
Yep. And it goes to show that Pollen's a good pitcher. I mean, she just swung at that one. Evens the count up now, but you know, being the 9 hitter, you're actually what's called the second leadoff man.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to see. 1 out, bases juiced, in the hands of Schreiber and Pollen.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Pollen. It's going to be popped up foul territory, and the grab is made for the second out. Throw back to second, and Ely is safe.
Oh, no.
Pinardi
no,
hesitated.
no.
She could have gone home.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate, Mason. I mean, it is what it is. But I wouldn't have taken off the home, honestly. That's a tough call to make, especially with this short of an infield. So.
Yeah, and Pinardi she's fast, but she's not really someone who's known to be stealing bags for the Red Hawks. So now we'll loop back to the top of the order. Ashley Taylor, who hit earlier in this inning. She was the leadoff hitter, facing off against Kenzie Paulin again, and she fouls that one over the backstop. Her previous at-bat ended in a full count balk that got her onto first base, and she was the first run of the game for the Red Hawks when she came across home plate.
No matter what happens here, next inning in the bottom of the 7th, we'll see Steele, Fifield, Michon.
Yeah. Big cut for strike 2 on the swing and a miss from Ashley Taylor.
And I wonder if we'll see Paulin come out for the 7th. She probably, but I don't know, Mason. I mean, her pitch count's now getting up there.
Especially after an inning where you face the entire batting order for the Red Hawks. It's got to be up there. We aren't keeping track of it here, but here's a big 0-2 pitch. Going to be high for ball 1.
1-2 count. Good pitchers count, but as soon as you hear contact, you're running around the bases, Mason.
Yeah. Now 2 outs down. Red Hawks with bases loaded. They really don't want to blow this opportunity. They've come within 1 run. The least you want to do in a big inning like this is come and tie it. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Paulin, and she got her looking.
Nice pitch from Paulin.
Beautiful.
Doesn't win the first at-bat that Taylor started this inning off, but hey, Frontier gets, is it 3 or 4? 4 runs, right?
4 runs in
so.
1 inning, but it's not enough to take a lead or tie in this game.
But we, like I said, Mason, Steele, Fifield, Michon, and then if they get on, Reyna will be up to bat. So we know this team can hit, and it'll come down to the bottom of the 7th. And right now, defensively, if they can hold Greenfield.
Yeah, that's going to be the big question mark, as it looks like we are going to see Reyna Wanzi come back out to the pitching circle as she will continue to deliver to home plate for the Red Hawks after a ridiculous 2 home run inning for the Red Hawks. They score 4 and put themselves right back in this ball game at home against Greenfield. 5-4 the score right now. We'll go to the 7th inning when we come back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Back to Frontier Community Access Television. A strike is the call against Megan Collins on her first pitch of her 4th at-bat against Reyna Wanzi. We're here in the top of the 7th after the Red Hawks made an impressive comeback. Slow ground ball, and a tag is going to be laid down by Pinardi to get the first out.
She'll end the night unless we go to extras. 0 for 4, so. But she did hit into a double play the first inning, which if Greenfield were to capitalize on that, could change the outcome of this game. It may not be 5-4. So.
Oh yeah, I mean it was bases loaded at that time in the first inning. Big cut taken by Bianca Reynolds. Now this is a dangerous hitter for Reyna Wanzi to be facing here in the top of the 7th. In her last at bat, she hit the second 2-run shot for Greenfield in this game, and she takes another cut for another strike. 0-2 in favor of Wanzi here with 1 out down already for the Red Hawks.
And Reyna dialed in right now. I mean, She wants this game as bad as anyone else that's rooting for the Hawks.
Will drop out of the zone, looked a little inside too for a 1-2 count. We've got a small crowd gathering on the home run fence of the baseball team as they're watching the game during their practice when they get a chance. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and he struck her out swinging.
Another strikeout for Reina Wanzi. Madison LeBay, the catcher, with 2
Strikeout
outs.
number 6 for Wanzi now.
Yeah.
In the top of the 7th, 2 outs down. That's going to be fouled over the dugout.
I will say, Mason, as we've seen the season progress, though, not a lot of errors. They've cleaned themselves up, especially since the last time these two teams faced. I mean, against Greenfield, in Greenfield, a lot of errors in the 3rd inning. So
yeah.
Ground.
Oh, that was going to be grounded right back to Reina Wanzi, and the Red Hawks have a chance.
What a way to do it. Quick, 1, 2, 3. Let's go get the bats going. In the hands of Skylar Steele, Delaney Fifield, and Liv Michon.
Those are your leadoff hitters when we come back for the bottom of the 7th inning here in Zabick Field. It is a 5-4 ball game in a huge league matchup for the Red Hawks. Greenfield leads when we go into the bottom of the 7th. When we come back, you're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. The stakes are as high as they're gonna get here in the regular season. Playing for a spot at the top of the league standings is the Red Hawks. They're here in the bottom of the 7th. Their leadoff hitter is Skylar Steele after a 2-home run, 4-run inning in the bottom of the 6th. They've worked their way back into this game to make it 5-4. They just need 1 run to send it to extras and 2 to win the game, and it's going to go up the 6 hole for a base hit. Skylar Steele leading off and starting the Red Hawks off strong.
Wow, Mason, good job. Like I said, I mean, Steele's the person you want at the plate. The only thing I'd change is I wish I had Taylor up at the plate.
Yeah.
So.
Taylor struck out to end the very long and exciting bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's Delaney Fifield, who already had a home run in this game, just her last at-bat in the 6th. She fouls this one over the backstop, and Steele was taking off to second.
Hit and run in play, Mason.
The tying run on first for the Red Hawks. Walk-off run at home plate with Delaney Fifield.
See if Steele takes off again. Maybe not.
A win here for the Red Hawks would mean they would tie the conference record of Greenfield as that one is lined out to
it's
center
dropping
field.
in.
It's dropping in for a base hit. Hits the wall. Here comes Steele.
She's
rounding
coming home.
third.
She's coming
Might
home,
be a play
Mason.
at the plate.
Oh!
She drops the ball. And it's a tie ball
Delaney
game
Fifield.
in the bottom of the 7th. Delaney Fifield with the RBI double. The Red Hawks have come all the way back.
Got to give him a nice golf clap where it is. Delaney Fifield, Skylar Steele, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what they do. And now Mashawn with a chance to walk it off.
She's got the walk-off run in scoring position at second base. Paulin with the windup, popped up high. Fifield tagging up, and Paulin makes the grab for the second out. Excuse me, the first out.
You saw Fifield. She was like, I'm going to jog a little bit to second and then get back to second base as Ben Roberts doing a little dance over at the laptop. We're glad to have him back.
Very glad. A good game to have him back, too. Now, just how you'd want it, Tom. Mano-y-mano here in the bottom of the 7th.
Reina, can she do it with one gone?
Here's the delivery, and it's fouled right past our 10 for strike 1.
One of these days, I'll dive out of my chair and grab the ball. Can Reina do it?
Only one out gone for the Red Hawks.
As of right now, we are going extra innings, but the walk-off run at second base.
Going to be low and inside. Fifield definitely thinking about a stolen base somewhere near in her future. And Wanzi has been a great hitter all year. Has 20 RBIs on the season off of 17 hits.
521 OBS, too. And that Mason.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Takes strike 2. Thought it was outside. She shakes her head as she steps out of the box.
And you have to thank yourself for these stats, Mason. You work hard, diligently going through
Well,
the games.
not as much for softball. I get this from the Game Changer, but special shout out to them for that. But Fifield, also known for stolen bases, she has 6, one of the fastest players on the team in that respect. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and she struck her out looking.
Number 12 for Kenzie Paulin.
She's had a great day so far, despite the rough one that she had in the previous inning. And now it's Sophia Pinardi, who might just have the last chance for the Red Hawks to win this game.
She could do it. Sophia Pinardi had a huge RBI to right field her last at bat, Mason.
Back in the 6th, and she takes a big cut. All these girls want it. I mean, they're taking a big cut on the first pitch that they see. All 5 batters in this inning, Tom.
Yep, we'll see what happens here, Mason. Me and you have the best view right here, so. Will Pinardi be able to do it?
She'll take ball 1 to even the count. Good job from the catcher, Madison LeMay of Greenfield, holding Fifield at second. Certainly is a steal threat. Count even at 1 now. 2 outs down. Walk-off run on second for the Red Hawks. Pinardi fouls it back.
I mean, Greenfield they want to get out of this. Paulin wants a chance to bat, try to get a lead run, but in the hands of Pinardi right now, 2 outs.
One, 2 the pitch count. Wind up, delivery, popped up, and it lands fair between the legs. And it's a base hit. The Red Hawks stay alive.
Oh my gosh.
No runs come home.
Pinardi doesn't even seem to care too much.
Doesn't seem to believe it, I don't think.
You know what happened there is because it bounced fair and then the catcher fielded it in fair territory.
She might have been trying to get out of the way now that you bring that up. Yeah.
She was in fair territory and it hit her. It hit her. Addie Ely.
Addie Ely.
Come on, Addie.
She reached on an error her previous at-bat and sees a ball on her first pitch. Addie Ely, this is some good fate for the Red Hawks. She was the batter at the plate when the game-winning run against Turner's Falls came home, when they came back and won in the 7th inning when they needed to score 2 runs, which they did. Same scenario here for them against Greenfield, and once again, the walk-off run on third. Big cut as it winds up above her bat, and the count's even at 1.
High cheese, Mason, high cheese.
Took the bait, though.
Did take the bait, unfortunately, but hey.
Addie can get it done once again in a clutch scenario.
Might be praying for another wild pitch as she takes another big cut. 2 strikes down.
1-2 count.
Yep. Game-winning run on third base with Delaney Fifield.
Will we see extras today, Mason?
2 outs away for the Red Hawks. Paulin trying to send it to extras. Here's the pitch, and it's low. Staying alive is Ely.
2-2. Twos. Can she force a 3-2 full count, or will she be able to get a hit? Or will Paulin get the out?
Be strikeout number 13 for Paulin if she can get it here. 2-2 pitch on its way, popped up and over the backstop, out of play. Good break for the Red Hawks as Ely winds the pitch count further along for Paulin and stays alive in the at-bat.
5-pitch at-bat right now.
2-2 still the count, 2 outs gone. Paulin adjusts her glove, ready at the stripe. Wind up. Pitch on its way.
Yeah,
High.
Pinardi stealing.
Pinardi stealing, no throw.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I won't tell you why, but secret FCAT information.
Yeah. I mean, not surprised to see it with the runners in that position as well on the corners.
Puts the force play only at first base now.
Yep.
3-2 full count. What will happen?
Full count, 2 outs.
Runners take off, should be, maybe.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be high, and its base is loaded.
Base is loaded, Mason.
And Whitney Campbell has had a rough go at bat this season, this
And
game.
today, yeah.
And today, she has a hit on an error, I believe. If I wrote it down wrong, I could have.
No, it was she got out on a bunt.
Oh, that's
that
what it was.
happened, Yeah.
Yep. So
That
a
was
sack,
last inning.
sack bunt with. I think she had the bases loaded. So, will she do things right now?
And she takes a cut on the first pitch for a strike.
She's pulling her head. So a thing you need to look out for baseball. You want your shoulder to end at your back shoulder.
Yeah. We might end up seeing another bunt here. I mean, tried to lay one down last time. You never know.
I mean, maybe.
Signals came from Coach Dean, and that one's going to be popped up.
Extra innings, Mason, unless.
Shortstop makes the grab. And we are going to extras. First time we've been covering a game here this season, and it goes to extras, I think.
Hey, Pinardi with the RBI, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. RBI hit.
Yes, I think that's right.
She also stole a base.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Pinardi. It was Fifield who brought in the run.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Did Pinardi, though, she was up to bat when that run came in, though, right? Or
No, because it was Fifield. She doubled, and Skylar Steele came home.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
That was the first run that
you're
they
right.
scored, or the only run that they scored, I should say.
Yeah.
So in back-to-back innings, the Red Hawks leave 3 batters on base.
Yep.
Missed runs right there.
But
That's
hey,
what it is.
you know, pop out 10th inning. You have your top of the order after Schreiber. So you have your second leadoff man, and you have Schreiber coming up to bat, as well as Taylor and Skylar Steele, who got things going for the Hawks when they needed it most and scored that run.
Yeah.
That made it a tie game, Mason. So 5-5 is the score, and yeah.
Yeah, and so it looks like we're going to be seeing these pitchers continue to battle, and it doesn't seem like we're seeing any signs of slowing down from either one of the pitchers. Wanzi back out in the circle again here now in the top of the 8th. First time I've said that this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sorry, I was going to drink water, but good game. I'm glad me, you, Murph, and Ben here are
are here to cover this one. I mean, Frontier versus Greenfield, rivalry game at Frontier, and we're going extra innings, 5-5.
Yeah, and now just about half the baseball team is out at their home run fence watching over in the middle of their practice.
4, 5, 6, 7, and call it 8. That guy's watching too. Yeah.
Well, it's a good look for the Red Hawks here at the bottom of the order for Greenfield as a ball is delivered to Grace Lowry, who is 1 for 3 so far today. It's her 4th time facing against Raina Wanzi. And as impressive as this game has been with all of the home runs scored, as that will be a line out right to Sophia Pinardi. Great reflexes. What I was going to say, Tom, was the pitchers have been equally as impressive, if not more. And besides anything else, the longevity, we have at least one of the 2 starting pitchers still going into the 8th inning. You never see this. Bunt laid down, and Fifield going to get to it first. Throw not in time, and a good cover by Campbell as it skipped over the top of the glove of Pinardi. But that's a great job.
Good job by
at the bottom of the order.
Good job by Campbell backing that throw up. Good job by Adieli in right field backing that throw up. That's smart. They're coached well, so.
Oh, and there's a dispute happening.
You know what he's arguing is if
she ran. Okay.
She ran in.
I think that this is a very valid argument, actually, because the ball was directly in between McLeod's legs when she was running, and that is what Coach Dean is complaining about.
She ran pretty much on top of the ball, so it made it difficult for Raina to get to the ball. I think Schreiber to get the ball, and Fifield.
All 3 players that were going for the ball couldn't get to it because she was running on top of it.
Yeah, so unfortunate, but you can't control what the umps do.
Going to be popped up foul. And now
over
it's
our
an
time.
0-2 count.
Yep, and Raina's going to be – she's dialed in right now. She wants to get out of this right now. Get 2 outs.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be grounded back past Wanzi, and the throw to first not in time.
Unfortunate. Bacala has speed on the bases, and that puts first and second.
Yeah.
1 out. So I give that hit to second base. Raina could not get to the ball quite in time. So,
yeah,
if she was able to field that cleanly, Bacala would have been out at first base. So this is not good. You have Olivia May up to bat, Mason.
Strike called against her. She crossed the plate 1 time today. Has sat on third 2 times.
Got to keep McLeod honest at second.
Absolutely. Big cut for strike 2.
0-2 count, Mason.
Second time in a row. It was on the 3rd pitch of the at-bat on an 0-2 count for Bucala when she singled just a few pitches ago.
Yes.
And she'll strike her out here.
Raina wheeling and dealing with strikeout number 7 or 8. So
I think it's 7 now.
Yeah, 7.
Yep. So now 2 outs down. The go-ahead run on second.
Mano y mano, Kenzie Pollen up to bat. I mean, this is a situation where you want your best hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, she could let the ball fly and get over the fence, or, Raina could get the better of her. 8th Goliath versus, I can't remember the saying, but David versus Goliath right here.
She's had 2 big doubles so far today, and that's a great stop from Fifield behind home plate, keeping the runners honest, even though the pitch was a ball.
She's a home run hitter, Mason. D1 commit to Merrimack College. So, over 1,000 strikeouts, over 100 hits. Got to be.
She's going to pop this one up. Steele calls everyone off, and she makes the grab.
Go get the bats going, Hawks. Off a catch from Skylar Steele and a strikeout from Raina.
Big recovery as the runners were on first and second for Greenfield. The game stays tied, and Frontier has a chance to walk it off if they can score just 1 run here at home. It's the bottom of the 8th. Up next with the leadoff runner being Abby Schreiber, and then we'll go back to the top with Ashley Taylor and Skylar Steele. Big stuff to happen next when we come back here in South Deerfield. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television.
Yep, and I'll bring it. All right, hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We'd like to quickly thank our sponsors, Albert Hearing Services, Bard Ceilings, Holiday Pizza, Sugarloaf Air Studio, Terrazas in Greenfield, Zach's BBQ, and Gilmore Farrow Insurance.
Thank you for that, Tom. We're coming into the bottom of the 8th. It's a tie game, and Abby Schreiber takes a big cut to lead off the Red Hawks here in the bottom of the 8th. They've worked their way back, came back and tied the ball game, and they found themselves in a position to walk it off once again. They could have done it in the 7th when they had bases loaded, but now they can do it here in the bottom of the 8th, still facing Kenzie Paulin, who now pitches a ball to even the count to Abby Schreiber. Faced 7 of the 9 batters on the order in the bottom of the 7th. Is now facing the girl in the 9 spot, Abby Schreiber. On deck is Ashley Taylor back in the 1. Here's the delivery, and it will be a called strike against her for a 1-2 pitcher's count.
Yeah, I mean, Mason, this is going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
Because
we were just talking about the baseball team watching from their field. Their practice is over now. They're migrating over here now.
Look at out. I recognize some people out in left field. Some baseball players as well as volleyball players. They're here to support their maybe senior assassin too. So
maybe that too. I see some people wearing some floaties as well. But that was a strikeout from, I think, number 13 from Kenzie Paulin. 1 out is away. And now it's Ashley Taylor up again. She's had a bit of a slower day. Only 1 hit so far, but she's reached base twice on a single and a full count balk by Paulin. But she is a heavy hitter when she makes contact, and she sends one into center left, and the grab is made by the left fielder.
Yep, left center field.
Now, this was probably the at-bat the Red Hawks were hoping to see. It's Skylar Steele. She has been very active today. Struck out her first at-bat, then she walked. Then she had a 2-run home run, and then she had a single. She has accounted for 3 of the 5 runs that have happened so far today for the Red Hawks, and now she could walk it off with a home run here in the bottom of the 8th. She takes a big hack at it.
you can tell Mason she wants to do it. She wants to put
She really does.
her in
It would be number
Fifield.
10
Yeah.
as well on the season for her if she was to send it over the fences.
If she can't do it, Fifield.
High pitch and outside for ball 1. We're even now. 2 outs our way. At the very least, you want her to be getting on base, but if you're going to ask anyone for a walk-off home run, it's going to be Skylar Steele.
Yep, Skylar Steele. At bat right now, she needs to get it done. Her teammates making noise behind her.
And she thought about that one, leaned forward into it, but ends up being a ball. Was the right call from her to not take a hack at it. The fielder's playing back very deep at the wall as Steele is at the plate here with a 2-1 count. And that's a called strike, tracing the outside line, and we're even at 2.
See what happens here, Mason. I mean, 2s. Paulin will be very careful where she places this pitch.
2 outs down, 2-2 the count, and she sends it over the head of everyone into the backstop. It's a full count on Skylar Steele.
Steele first base, right? Hey, you know, if Steele walks, you have Fifield, who also hit a home run this game.
That's true. Like I said, the least you want Skylar Steele to do is get on base. Keep this inning alive if you're the Red Hawks. Here's the payoff pitch with 2 outs down. And she struck her out swinging.
Strikeout number 14 for Paulin.
We're going to the 9th inning. This is going just as long as a college softball game would. I think they go to 9 innings,
Yeah,
right?
we're over the
I'll watch
2
that
hour.
in a minute.
We're over the 2 hour mark. But I will say the baseball game yesterday took 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
the
know,
baseball games are usually a little bit slower than softball.
I mean, we've said it, like softball. They warm up quick. They're like
They
ready.
do.
They're just ready to go once they get out of the dugout. You know.
Yeah,
And
pretty
it's-
much.
Especially if it's a quick inning. Like this is the game to be at. If you're watching from home, we're in inning number 9.
Yeah.
This is a full game. You know, if you play 9 innings, so you know you go to the college level, that's how many innings you're going to be playing. So
Yeah. So we're going to be going to the top of the 9th here. Wanzi still on the stripe. I mean, it's impressive. We talked about it when we went into the 8th, the longevity and how remarkable that is. And now we're seeing them continue into the 9th, which is, I mean, just even more insane. And all these girls are still performing at a high level. Reminder that this is really ending up to decide a lot of potential for power rankings or beyond that, a league title possibility for either of these teams. So leading it off here is going to be Gloria McDonald. She's a threat with the bat, the center fielder wearing number 1 for the girls in green. She had a home run earlier today in her 2nd plate appearance. This is her 5th.
Yeah, I have her down 2 for 4 with an she reached on an error, and her last at bat she flew out to the pitcher. So
Yep.
be careful if you're Raina.
Wanzi's delivery is going to be grounded back out. Campbell
Nice.
fields it, and the out is made at first.
Let's go, Whitney Campbell. Dines and dashes.
That connection has been a bit of an issue today. The infield struggled with some connections that they've had on the throws between each other, but they're starting to figure it out late in the game, and that's the time when you really need to make sure that everything is solid, Tom.
Megan.
That one is going to be lofted out for a base hit to center right. Hits off the front of the glove of Michon and throw into second. Holds her at first.
I was about to mention Megan is 0 for 4 now, 1 for 5 on the night. So in the 9th inning, she's on base at first. So I wonder she'll get a pinch runner, but
yeah, and that will be Carson Farrell again. Comes out. Second time we've seen her come in as a pinch hitter. And with 1 out gone, there's a runner on first for Greenfield. They wouldn't walk off the game as there's still the bottom of the 9th to deal with.
no, but any
If
run.
a run were to score, it would be tough to come back from for the Red Hawks.
Bunt.
Bunt laid down, strong bunt. Throw's going to be to first,
No. Ooh.
and she does make the stop. Out is there. Now the runner
Sack
on
bunt.
second.
Sack bunt, Mason.
Yep.
So getting her job done there is Bianca Reynolds.
Yep.
Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but
No, that's right.
sack bunt, and that's going to bring up Madison LeMay, who I believe is 0 for 3 with a walk. So
Yeah.
number 25. Yep. Can she get it done?
Strike called against her on the first pitch from Wanzi. And the other good thing about this inning so far for the Red Hawks is that it is, if they're able to hold Greenfield here, and let's just say they go to the 10th inning, then Wanzi has not pitched very much at all.
Wanzi just keeps
This is
getting warmer and
this
warmer.
is the longest
Mason.
at-bat of the whole inning.
Yeah.
Every at-bat has been resolved on the first pitch.
Yeah.
She hasn't pitched more than 2 pitches to a single batter this inning until here.
Other than that 1 inning or 1 or 2 innings, Mason, she's been on top of this.
Yeah, she has. So that one's going to be popped foul. Staying alive at the plate is Madison LeMay.
Ice in her veins, as I should say.
Yeah.
The longevity in her arm. And her and Raina, according to her mom, who talked to me during one of the games, is her and Fifield in the offseason pitch in their barn.
Oh, wow. Down will be high for a 1-2 count.
And yeah, Fifield being a senior, you'll see, I think, Addie Ely transition into a catcher next year. So
Yeah, we've seen her warm up for Fifield when she's changing into the gear for it. Campbell fields the ground
Nice.
ball, throw to first in time, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Still no score in the extra innings.
nice, Mason. And hey, one thing to mention, Grace Lowry, Sarah McLeod, Anna Bacala, if Frontier can't get things done, that will be what's to come in the top of the 10th.
Yeah.
So,
And so some good chances as well up next for the Red Hawks. Delaney Fifield, the leadoff hitter, also had a home run earlier in the game to help clinch the extra innings for the Red Hawks with a solo home run. She could win the game here with the same exact hit. Up next after her is Liv Michon, who's had a solid game as well, and Raina Wanzi, who has struck out 3 times and walked once, but she's been known for other games in the season to have some pretty great moments at the plate, including, I think it was the Mohawk game. The Mohawk game that we covered. It was the first softball game we covered this year. Well, beyond that score, she had a solo home run. Or maybe it wasn't a solo. She had a home run. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's the only one she's had all year. But that means that it could happen again.
You know what's funny? I wrote down on my score sheet, I wrote pop gut. Because that's what it looks like. I pop out is what I like. I like to write, so I know what happened. But so the batters are Fifield, Michon, Wanzi, Pinardi, in that order, and that's the meat of your order. So
yeah, I mean that's really who you who you want to see up to bat if you want to be scoring runs immediately. I mean some of them have had better days than others, but overall strong hitters, confident hitters, and they're used to this kind of pressure as well, Tom.
This is what you want to see, Mason. I mean, at this point, Pollen, Wanzi, like you said earlier in the game, earlier in the night now, as the sun's starting to get lower and lower.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 2 hours in plus.
Yeah, jeez.
So the longest game I've ever done was 4 hours. Baseball game under the lights. Yes, it went 10 innings, and I think Frontier won that game against Greenfield.
Well, this might go 10 innings too.
Yes,
don't know if it'll be 4 hours long, but
we're not at the 3-4 hour mark, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Pollen has been taking longer and longer on the mound in between pitches, though. You got to think that might be because she's getting tired, Tom, and trying to force her way through it in some kind of way. So if you're anyone, on Greenfield, you got to be worried about her arm a little bit as she comes into the bottom of the 9th inning now. She's pitched 8 full innings now, going for 9 if she can close this out.
Long talk at the mound. I wonder if the catcher for Greenfield's also getting tired. She just got a pat on the back. So
yeah,
that is probably the toughest position, catcher and then pitcher, because catcher,
yeah,
you got to catch everything that's coming to you. So
yeah, I think after that would probably end up being shortstop.
Yeah, shortstop, then center field.
Well, here we go. Fifield takes strike 1 on her first pitch. This is her 5th at bat today. She had what ended up being the game-tying double in her last at-bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now she faces an 0-1 delivery and fouls that one over the backstop to make it 0-2.
Bottom of the 9th. Tied 5-5. Fifield up on the plate. Your senior starting catcher. That's who I want at the plate right now.
Oh, yeah. Good pitcher's count here. Getting the sign from her catcher.
Dust takes the infield.
Now she decides on a pitch. Here's the pitch from Pollen. High for ball 1.
You can tell she's a little fatigued, because she's taking her time. Really, she's taking her time.
Yeah, and I think the catcher's helping out with that. She knows that Kenzie Pollen is tired right now and is taking some extra time to throw up the signs. Well, here's the 1-2. It's going to make it 2-2 as it's high again. Releasing it late is Kenzie Pollen right now, as a couple baseball players are ready beyond the fence to catch the home run, including Delaney's boyfriend, Caden James, who is the catcher on Frontier's baseball team. They play the same position.
He was also a wrestler, so.
Yeah. 2-2 the count. Pitch to Fifield is fouled off and over the backstop. Staying alive in a big moment as the leadoff hitter, trying to set the tone for the bottom of the 9th here.
I do apologize for my allergies. I sound like I'm a little ill. But, it's the pollen.
Pitch on its way. That one's sent high. over to
Oh,
right
might drop
field.
in. Might
It's coming in,
Oh!
and she drops the ball. Fifield rounding to second. They'll hold the throw
Wow.
and now send it into the pitcher. It's over
Oh,
her
my
head,
God.
but it's covered up by the third baseman.
Grace Lowry, because of look at where the right fielder is, Mason. She's so far out. She was running in, and Grace Lowry had to make a catch that was
and
not
that
in
really
the position.
that isn't Lowry's fault
No.
at all. I mean, I understand the positioning by the right fielder McLeod, but there's got to be some better communication there, I think, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, as an outfielder, an infielder chasing out, you got to make that call. As it looks like some JV players or middle schoolers have arrived here.
Liv Michon takes a big cut as she is the next batter up for the Red Hawks. Strike one called. There's no outs away for Greenfield.
Mason, the winning run now at second base with how many outs, Mason?
None.
None. Goose egg.
0-1 pitch on its way to Liv Michon.
Oh, there it is,
Play
Mason.
for a base
There
hit.
it is, Mason.
Greenfield rounds
Oh!
and the Red
Oh, my gosh. Michon with the walk-off. Wow. As she's mugged at home plate in the bottom of the ninth inning.
The Red Hawks complete a 5-run comeback. They win
Wow.
in the bottom of the ninth at home, and they've got a shot at a league title here at the end of their season.
Greenfield in disbelief. They moved to 8-4 on the season. Frontier 10-4.
10-4. 10-4.
This was a game that, it could have gone either way.
It really could have.
And it just goes back to the game they played in Greenfield, where Greenfield just rolled over Frontier. And this is one that Frontier wants to win every year, especially way to do it at home this time.
In front of just about everyone in South Deerfield, it would seem, from the people that are here and the baseball team that gives them a round of applause in the outfield. And so with that, this might be a game that rivals that of Turner's, honestly. A bigger comeback, in probably more dramatic fashion. I think this one's going to have to take the cake, Tom.
Yeah, no, honestly, this does take the cake in my eyes. Best game of the season, best game of the year in my opinion that we've called together.
Ridiculous comeback from the Red Hawks. They were trailing 5-0, and they held Greenfield for inning after inning as they had a 4-run 6th inning, 1-run 7th, and then they finally cashed in the game-winning run with a walk-off RBI double from Liv Michon in the bottom of the 9th. Both pitchers, Kenzie Paulin and Raina Wansi, going full 9 inning. Well, I guess a full 8 innings for Kenzie because there was no outs in the 9th. But regardless, very impressive pitching performance. Amazing comeback by the Red Hawks. And now they're tied for second in the Franklin West League with Greenfield. Just one win, or I guess one Turner's Falls loss from tying for first, which could be a tough thing to do, but a big win for them regardless. And so that'll be all for us today. We got to rest our voices after that long game. I've been Mason Smith here with Tom Albert, Ben Roberts, great to have him back, and Kevin Murphy. Thank you all so much for tuning in to what we hope has been a very exhilarating game for you as well. And thank you for watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.